Yeah. Alright. It's fine. Yeah, actually, move the camera right here, bro. You need help?
No, I just didn't want it to fall.
Back it up a little bit. Back it up.
Some more?
Try to put it that side right here.
Huh?
Try to put like that side on the concrete.
Yeah, try to put like all right here.
Yeah, put that side.
Yeah, that's a lot better.
That's more stable.
Yo.
Just turn it.
Oh, just turn it? Okay.
Yeah. We good?
Sure. I might need you to, how you, I just need you to come down.
Slock it, brothers. Bear with us, brothers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's a lot better.
Yeah. We're good right there.
Oh yeah.
You want it there? For the camera. You want it here the whole time?
Yeah, but we're gonna see how people pass by. But we're gonna open up by.
Alright, we got the Hebrew Israelites.
We good, yeah, we good.
Coming to you week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of this wicked and sinful kingdom called America, which is spiritually Rome, Egypt, Babylon, Sodom and Gomorrah, according to the scriptures. Alright, before we go any further, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father's only begotten Son,
Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, and Kakodash.
Double honors to our apostles and elders at Great Millstone for teaching us His truth according to the Bible and we will. Alright, another shalom to all the sincere Akims from the four corners of the earth, pushing His truth with diligence and sincerity. Alright, we're going to start like we always do. Okay, the real 12 tribes of Israel. Alright, according to the Bible, according to the scriptures. You have Judah, the so-called Negroes. Alright, so-called blacks. Alright, you have Benjamin, the so-called Jamaicans and West Indians. Okay, you have Levi, the so-called Haitians. Alright, you have Simeon, the so-called Dominicans. Alright, the Dominicanos. You have Zebulun, the so-called Guatemalans, the Panamanians. Alright, you got Manasseh, the so-called Cubanos, the so-called Cubans. You have Gad, the so-called North American Indians. Alright, you have Reuben, the so-called Seminole Indians. Alright, you have Naphtali, the so-called indigenous Indians from Argentina and Chile. Alright, you have Asher, the so-called indigenous Indians from Colombia to Uruguay. Alright, last but not least, you have Issachar, the so-called Mexicans. So if you see yourself on the sign, according to the seed of your father, turn back to the God of the Bible while you still have time, because this place called America is going to be destroyed according to the Bible.
Good. And that's right. Babylon the Great, aka America, is going to be destroyed. It's going to be destroyed in these last days. Because, if you're living under a rock and you haven't heard that what the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the Hebrew Israelites, and if you haven't heard that we're living in the last days, well, now you know. You Proverbs 120. Yeah, you got 3 something?
No, bring that first.
Okay.
This is the book of Proverbs 1 verse 20. Wisdom crieth without. She uttered for voice in the streets.
Yeah, wisdom cried without. She uttered for a voice in the streets. And what wisdom is that talking about? It's talking about the wisdom, knowledge, understanding of the scriptures. The wisdom, knowledge, understanding of the Holy Bible is crying out in the streets in a city near you. You got brothers in Raleigh, Raleigh, North Carolina. You got brothers out there in Dallas, Texas. LA, San Francisco, any major city, DC, Virginia, South Carolina, any major, any state in that major city, you're gonna have a brother teaching you the truth according to the Bible, a Hebrew Israelite, teaching that that America is gonna be destroyed in your lifetime, and that we're in the last days.
It reads on, verse 21. She crieth in the chief place of concourse.
Yeah, and that wisdom is crying in the chief place of concourse, Yeah, that's good. And the chief place of concourse is what? Where people are buying and selling, where people are shopping and conversing. You see cars passing by, It's a very, very popular place in the city. And that's where this
in the openings of the gates.
Yeah, in the opening of the gates. You know, the gates represents the rulers, you know? And where would they set up? They'll set up at the entrance of the city, you know? And what? So we are in the gates right now. We're at the entrance of, you know, what they call downtown Raleigh, you know? We're at the entrance of it, you know? Go ahead.
In the city she uttered for words, say,
Go ahead.
how long will you simple ones, will you love simplicity?
Yeah, how long will you simple ones? That's talking about the simple of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. The scriptures say, whoso is simple, let him turn hither, and the Lord will make you wise, you know? The Lord Yahweh B'Shem Shai is going to make our people wise through this knowledge, through the understanding.
And it reads, and the scorners delight in their scorning.
Yeah, and scorners delight in their scorning. Read that, how long you simple ones, or you love simple ones.
Verse 22, how long, you simple ones, will you love simplicity?
Yeah, how long you simple ones are you gonna love simplicity? You know, it's a cold, it's a pretty chilly day out here. You know, but what you love waking up, you know, going out, you know, riding these scooters, you know, smoking your weed, smoking your cigarettes, you know, being down with this the American society. You know, how long are you gonna love doing that? That's very simple. You know, it's very foolish.
And the scorners delight in their scorning.
Yeah, and scorners delighting in their scorning. You know, you got guys all over the comment board. Like, you not have anything better to do with your day. You got guys all on the comment board making fun of the men of the Lord, making fun of the truth of Yahweh B'Shem Shai, saying that what this isn't the truth. That you guys come on.
You want this?
Man, look, you got people even making memes about us. You know? Somebody made a big old monster war, you know what I'm saying? With the white band, and they had another group of brothers down as a meme that someone we got on kitchen tables, kitchen, yeah, you know, they call it the kitchen table. I forgot what you call it. Like a cloth or something. Tablecloth, yeah. You know?
Yeah, that's right, you know. They're spending their time. The Lord's asking you, how long are you going to delight in that? You know, here it is, we're telling you that America is going to be destroyed. Here it is, we're telling you that, hey, the God of the Bible, he's coming back angry. He's coming back pissed off, and that you have to repent to him.
And fools hate knowledge.
Yeah, and only a fool hate knowledge. You know, what's the knowledge in Proverbs 1:7?
Proverbs chapter 1, verse 7. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction.
So the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. So fools hate knowledge. You hate fearing the God of the Bible. You know, you hate wisdom and instruction. You hate how you hate the conduct. You hate conducting yourselves to the manner of how Yahweh B'Shem Shai requires you Israelites to live down here on this earth. You know, to keep the commandments, to take heed what the true prophets are saying. You know,
man. This is the book of Proverbs 1, verse 7. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction.
But fools despise wisdom and instruction. You know, the wisdom and instruction that's coming out of the Holy Scriptures. You know, telling you what to do, telling you what not to do. You know, that we're telling our people that they're not supposed to be eating pork, shrimp, crab, lobster. They're not supposed to be smoking weed, smoking cigarettes, defiling their temple. You know, this is what we are telling them, but they despise it, which goes back to hate. Get Amos 5-10. Uncle Sean, yeah.
The book of Amos, chapter 5, verse 10. They hate him that rebuketh in the gate.
Yeah, they hate him that rebuketh in the gate. Like the brother's going to. That's why they make memes, slandering the names of our apostles. You know, that's why they're making memes. You know, it says they hate him that rebuketh in the gate. You know, and ultimately, if you're hating this rebuke, you're hating the words of the Lord. So we get Proverbs 15 and 10.
This is Amos 5 and 10. They hate him that rebuketh in the gate.
Yeah, they hate him that rebuketh in the gate. Those who are rebuking in the gate were set up by Yahweh, by Shema Shai, were set up by the Lord to come out here and to preach His word, onto you, telling you to repent, telling you to turn back to the God of the Bible. But for doing that, the scriptures say, am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth?
And they abhor him that speaketh uprightly.
Yeah, you look up that word abhor, it means to avoid, So what they avoid us, That's why you see guys crossing the street, when they might see the prophets out there, they might turn their music up in their headphones. They're skimming over they're swiping up on the videos on when it comes on their news feed on YouTube. They abhor him that speaketh uprightly, and the men of the Lord are speaking uprightly. They're speaking the words of truth.
This is Proverbs chapter 15, verse 10. Correction is grievous unto him that have forsaken the way. This is Proverbs 15 and 10. Correction is grievous unto him that have forsaken the way.
Yeah, so correction is grievous unto him that have forsaken the way. So our people that have forsaken the way, they're following after the ways of the so-called white man, these other heathens, which have told them that's okay to eat these abominable foods. That's okay to sleep with another man's woman, which is committing adultery according to the Bible. So when we come out with the true correction, according to the Bible, telling you the right way to live your life, it grieves you. But these commandments should not be grieving you. You shouldn't be grieved to follow the commandments of Yahweh Shema Shai. You should be excited to keep the commandments.
This is Proverbs 15 and 10. It says, correction is grievous unto him that have forsaken the way.
Yeah, so unto those who have forsaken the way, this word now grieves you, and in turn of this word grieving you, now you don't want to keep the commandments anymore, Now you're willfully committing wickedness. Hey, how you doing?
It reads on, and he that hateth reproof shall die.
And he that hateth reproof, he that hateth to be corrected, because that's what reproof is, we're correcting you, And if you hate reproof, then you're going to die. What's that scripture, bro? Proverbs 14 and 12. There's a way that's in right onto it, man. Because you're on that path of destruction right now. Get Matthew 7 and 14. Okay.
This is Sirach chapter 21, verse 6. It says, he that hateth to be reproved is in the way of sinners. This is Sirach 21 and 6. He that hateth to be reproved is in the way of sinners.
Yeah, he that hated to be reproved is in the way of sinners. Meaning what? His way, he's following in the path of sinners, Meaning he himself is a sinner.
Yep, I'm finished on too. This is Sirach 21 and 6. He that hateth to be reproved is in the way of sinners, but he that feareth the Lord will repent from his heart.
It says, and they that fear the Lord will repent from his heart. What? He's going to repent in his mind. He's going to repent and realize, which means to turn back sorrowfully. That's what that word repent means. He's going to turn back sorrowfully from the wicked thoughts that he had, or thought and actions he may have done. And he's going to fear the Lord. And he's going to seek the Lord 10 times more. The scriptures say the fear of the Lord driveth away sins, and where it is present, it turneth away wrath.
This is Sirach 32 and 17. A sinful man will not be reproved.
Yeah, a sinful man will not be reproved. The sinful men of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that don't show a lick of remorse, they cannot be reproved. Go ahead.
Yep. Sirach 32 and 17. A sinful man would not be reproved, but findeth an excuse according to his will.
But findeth an excuse according to his will. We come out here and tell our people they can't eat, these abominable foods, shrimp, pork, crab, lobster. They make an excuse. But it's a good source of protein. It tastes good. bacon tastes real good. I should be able to eat it. Why would God make something that tastes so good if I couldn't eat it? You know, when we come here and tell our people that they can't celebrate these holidays, what did they say? It's for the children, man. You know, it's not even about that's about family time. You know, nah, but what's making your family come together? You know, that wicked pagan holiday that you're celebrating.
You know, it's funny. The Lord always sets an example. Like he was going to our people to come by and try, you know, and this word is going out. They'll cross the street. They'll turn their volumes on their headphones up. That's exactly what that Jake did in the red and hoodie, man. He crossed the street, and you know, on his phone, like he was turning the volume up, man. You know.
Yep.
Anyway, you want to read it one time?
That was it. That was it. You can read your precept one more time. That was a good precept.
This is.
It's
Sirach 21 and 6, I believe. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 21, verse 6. It says, he that hateth to be reproved is in the way of sinners.
Yep, he that hateth to be reproved is in the way of sinners. Go ahead.
But he that feareth the Lord will repent from his hurt.
But he that feareth the Lord will repent from his heart. You know? He's going to repent. He's going to come back onto that straight and narrow path. You know? And that's what our people need to do. Our people, our so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans need to come back and fear your power. Fear the Lord. Okay. Any more on that?
That was the point.
Okay.
Yeah. I got a precept you asked for.
Okay.
Yeah. This is Proverbs 14 and 12. It says, there is a way which seemeth right unto a man.
Yeah, and that's what our people. This scripture applies to the majority of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. The way that you are living your lives here in Babylon the Great, it seemeth right unto you. You know, people think it's all right for two sodomites to lay with each other. You know, for a man and a man to lie down with each other, and a woman and a woman to lie down with each other. You know, that this way of eating high delicacy, that these different abominable foods have been made delicacies. You know, such as shrimp, you got lobster, clams, crab. Those are all delicacies. You know, and you were not supposed to be consuming those things. So that way, seeming right unto a man.
You know, it's like you tell Jake, you know, that's the roach of the sea. They're looking crazy. Would you eat a roach? You know, Jake, like, I ain't eating no roach. So why are you eating the roach of the sea? It cleans up, you know, the dead things, man.
That's right.
I gotta finish this up. This is Proverbs 14 and 12. There is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death.
But the end thereof are the ways of death. That path that you're leading on is going to lead to your destruction. It's going to lead to you being destroyed by the fire of 200 million ICBM nuclear missiles. It's going to lead you to being eaten to death. It's going to lead you to be dying of famine. You know, this is the path that you are on. Yeah, go ahead,
this is you heard some the poem.
Oh yeah. I was about to go, but you want me to get one?
It's whatever your bros want to do.
You go.
This is Sirach 3 and 24. For many are deceived by their own vain opinion.
Yeah, many are deceived by their own vain opinions. You know, you're deceived by what you think is right. You know, what you think is right is not important. You know. What's important is how Yahweh Shai thinks, you know, because these scriptures are wisdom, you know. So you're supposed to get this knowledge, you know how to conduct yourself and live your life, and that's supposed to that's the way the Lord wants it, you know.
Yeah. This is Sirach in the Apocrypha, chapter 3, verse 24. For many are deceived by their own vain opinion, and an evil suspicion has overthrown their judgment.
This is the book of Proverbs 28:26. He that trusteth in his own heart is a fool.
Yeah, he that trusteth in his own heart is a fool, you know? And that word heart goes back to the Hebrew word la, which means your mind, you know? So he that trusteth in his own mind is a fool. But you're supposed to trust in Yahweh by Shai in the words that are written in the council of brothers, you know, the discernment that the Lord has given a certain man. You're supposed to trust in that counsel, you know. They're men of the Lord, you know.
This is the book of Proverbs 28:26. He that trusteth in his own heart is a fool.
But what I said was right, you know. The Lord's dealing with me as well, you know. I know the Lord, you know. The Lord is dealing with me, you know. You gotta humble yourself, you know. And you gotta see what the Lord wants, you know. You gotta pray, you gotta fast, you gotta meditate on this word.
But whoso walketh wisely shall be delivered.
But whoso walketh wisely shall be delivered. You know, those who are walking wisely are fearing the Lord, keeping the commandments, having faith in the names of Yahweh by Shem Shai. Those are the ones who are walking wisely, and they're going to be delivered. They're going to be delivered out of Jacob's trouble. You know, they're going to be protected when all hell is breaking loose, I should say. You know?
You got another one?
Yeah, I got one.
Yeah.
All right. This is the book of St. John 6:63. It is the spirit that quickeneth.
So the Spirit is His word. The Spirit is the Spirit that quickeneth. When you look at that word quicken, it means to make alive.
The flesh profiteth nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life.
So the words that Yahweh Shema Shai is speaking unto you via the prophets, you know, they are spirit and they are life. This word is able to, Proverbs 21:16, this word is able to rise you out of the congregation of the dead, you know, and come back to the land of the living, you know. Come back and receive this knowledge, this understanding. Okay.
Proverbs 21:16. The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead.
So this man has wandered out of the way of understanding, you know. In the way of understanding, real quick, you hold that Bible, show. Read your scripture right here.
This is Proverbs chapter 8, verse 5. O ye simple, understand wisdom, and ye fools, be ye of an understanding heart.
So, O ye fools, understand wisdom. Read one more time, Bible, show.
Yep, this is Proverbs 8:5. O ye simple, understand wisdom.
O ye simple, the foolish, those without the fear of the Lord, those who are still lost in this world, you know, understand wisdom. The understanding of the wisdom of the Bible is crying out to you right now. Okay.
Yep, Proverbs 8:5. O ye simple, understand wisdom, and ye fools, be ye of an understanding heart.
And ye fools, be ye of an understanding heart, you know. So you fools need to come back and fear the God of the Bible, you know. He's going to establish you, you know. He's going to establish you in His grace, you know. He's going to begin to sup with you and reveal unto you His secrets. The secret of the Lord is with them that fear Him, and He will show them His covenant.
Proverbs 8:9. It says, they are all plain to him that understand, and right to them that find knowledge.
Yeah, so this knowledge is plain unto them, you know, that understand, and right to them that find knowledge, you know. This is the right way, you know. That was it?
Yeah, I got something else.
Okay, let's finish this Proverbs.
Yeah, I thought you told us something.
Yeah, finish that Proverbs 21.
This is the book of Proverbs 21:16. The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead.
Yeah, the man that wandered out of the way of understanding, you know, he's foolish, he's simple. You know, he doesn't fear the God of the Bible. So what? He's following the ways of his enemies, you know? Because that's ultimately the congregation of the dead. The congregation of the dead are these other nations. And your enemies don't have it out for your well-being like Yahweh by Shemal Shai does, you know? Chiefly the so-called white man, he wants you to remain docile. You know, that's why when you go to the grocery store, you know, you get pork chops for dirt cheap. But you know, if you want to go buy some lamb chops, you know, you're gonna pay an arm and a leg for it. You know, that's why they have these dollar menus. Add bacon for $1. That's why all these grocery stores are selling swine, all these abominable foods. You know?
And then when you go to buy lamb, right? The section for lamb is so small compared to the section of pork, shrimp, you know what I'm saying, abominable foods, man.
Yep.
They have a small section just for like lamb. You know what I mean? That's why you gotta go to these alternative stores, man. Whole Foods and stuff like that, man.
Butcher markets.
Butcher markets, yeah.
But man, you're gonna pay expensive, you know?
Exactly.
You're gonna pay $6-7 for one little chop.
Yep.
I'm like, yo, what about the family? The family gotta eat, don't they? They haven't changed.
Facts.
I got this, sir.
Okay.
Isaiah 8:20.
Did you finish that one though?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, I'm gonna read it one more time. But get your research.
Okay, God. This is the book of Isaiah 8:20. To the law and to the testimony.
Yeah, to the law and to the testimony, go ahead.
If they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them.
Yeah, so you got a man coming, you know, claiming that he has the right way to live. You know, if you have a man claiming, get John 8:12. If you have a man claiming, you know, that you should follow him, you know, but he's not speaking according to this world, that man is in darkness, you know? That man is blind. And I believe it's in Matthew, says the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into a ditch. So you're going to fall into a ditch, you're going to fall into that trap, and you're going to be destroyed, you know? Because this man doesn't have the light, you know? This man doesn't have the way of understanding. This man's in darkness, he can't see anything. How is he going to lead you?
Come on, read it. This is St. John chapter 8, verse 12. Then spake Yahushua again unto them, saying, I am the light of the world. He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness.
Yeah, so what? If you don't want to be walking in darkness, you know, then you gotta follow Lord Yahushua, you know, in his teachings, in his way of life. You know? Read one more time, Brother Shaw.
This is St. John 8:12. Then spake Yahushua again unto them, saying, I am the light of the world. He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life.
But have the light of life, you know, you're gonna be able to see where you're going. You're gonna be able to see that America is on its last leg. Some of Proverbs 22:3, and since you're in John, you get 14:6. This is Proverbs
21 verse.
14:6.
This is the book of St. John, chapter 14, verse 6. It says, Yahushua said unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life.
Yes, so the Lord Yahushua, he is the way, you know? He is the way that you Israelites are supposed to be, who you Israelites, so-called Hebrews, Latinos, and Native Americans are supposed to be following. You're supposed to be following the Lord, because he said he is the way.
This is St. John chapter 14, verse 6. Yahushua said to him, I am the way, the truth, and the life.
No, I'm sorry, bro. And the life, you know? The Lord said he's coming to offer life to Israel, starting with the elect. He is the life, you know? You don't want to, if you want to rise out of that congregation of the dead, you got to come back to the light, you know? Come back to Lord Yahushua.
That's right.
Come on, Micah 2:10.
It says, no man cometh to the Father but by me.
Yeah, nobody is going to be able to appear before the throne of the Lord except Yahushua. Except you go through Lord Yahushua. You know, he's going to plead our cause, you know? He's going to make intercession for us, you know? And that's my servant right there, huh? You know, he was going out there teaching. You know, he was enduring the afflictions throughout the week. You know, he had faith in the name of Yahweh Shai. You know, that's what we're hoping for. Scripture says, I have given them my word, and the world have hated them. So Yahweh Shai, the Lord, they have entrusted us with their word, you know, with this wisdom, you know. And Scripture say, keep thou what thou hast until I come. What we have is this truth, you know.
Right.
Scripture say, blessed is he that keepeth watch, and blessed he that keepeth his garments, you know. We gotta keep this truth, you know.
That's right.
And teaching is in sincerity.
Yeah.
Okay, you got reset.
Yeah, got it.
This is Proverbs chapter 8, verse, I started at 32. It says, Now therefore hearken unto me, O ye children, for blessed are they that keep my ways.
It says, hearken unto me, O ye children. It's talking about the children of Israel. Hearken unto me means to listen, take heed, you know, be a doer of the word and not a hearer only. You know?
Proverbs chapter 8, verse 32. Now therefore hearken unto me, O ye children.
Yeah, O ye children. You know, the children of Israel, hearken unto the prophets of the Lord. Okay.
For blessed are they that keep my ways.
Blessed are they which keep the ways of the Lord. You know? You're on the right path. You're on the way that lead unto life. You guys are good.
Sorry.
Verse 33, it says, Hear instruction and be wise.
Hear instruction and be wise, you know? So you gotta be wise, you know? You gotta fear the God of the Bible, you know? And you have to humble yourself in the sight of the Lord, and you have to be wise, you know?
Definition?
Okay, you got a definition?
Yeah.
You read the definition, bro.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
This is definition to hearken. Oh, it's like it. Yeah. This is definition to hearken, and just one word: listen.
Listen, you know? That's right, just listen, you know? That's all you gotta do. Scriptures say, what is that, Job 14:5? Or 13:5, 14:5. It says that you shall altogether hold your peace, and that will be your wisdom, you know? Just hold your peace, be quiet, you know, and listen to what the word, listen to what the God of the Bible has to say.
I'll finish it out.
Alright.
This is Proverbs chapter 8, verse 33. Hear instruction and be wise, and refuse it not.
Yeah, don't refuse it, you know? Don't turn it away, you know? You got guys just, you know, not don't even want to hearken, you know? They just want to watch some controversy videos for entertainment, you know? They're not sincere, you know? They're not really about this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because our people going to understand that in the days that we're living in, that the whole time they should have been getting the wisdom of the Bible. You know, not going off to college, doing folly and nonsense in this world. They're going to realize the only thing that ever mattered in this world was this truth, man. You know, that's why the scriptures tells them what? Hear instruction, listen, and be wise. Because this is not coming back around again, man. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to be out here in the next life teaching Jake, man. No.
Alright. You know, when you work a certain job, they require you to have a certain knowledge about the job, you know? And this is the most important job you Israelite men could be doing these last days. You know, serving the Lord, teaching the Bible, you know, the women, you know, being obedient to your husbands and fearing the God of the Bible. That's the most important job, you know, you could be doing. Any more there?
No, that was it.
Okay. Yeah.
I got one.
Okay, you
Well,
got it.
tell me.
No, wait, bring it up.
Are you holding anything else other than Micah?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead, finish preaching.
This is Proverbs heavy. 9 and 16.
No, we've been there all day.
You know, it says, Whoso is simple, let him turn in hither. And as for him that wanted understanding, she said to him.
Yeah, I think that's the one.
Yeah, right there.
No, 9:16?
Yeah.
We were at 8-5 earlier. That's the one I wanted. Let me see what 13 says.
Speak up.
All right, fine. So yeah, sanctify get this word while you still can. You know, while the wisdom is crying without. What's up?
Look.
Yeah, while the wisdom is crying without in the streets, you know, get this wisdom while you can. You know, because like the brother was going into, we're not going to be out here forever teaching our people. You know.
That's right.
Go ahead and bring Micah out.
Micah 2.
Yeah.
This is the book of Micah 2 and 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest.
It's like for that Proverbs 9 chapter is on something else.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Micah 2 and 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest.
Yeah, rise ye in the park, for this is not your rest. You know, Babylon the Great is not your rest. You need to rise, you know. Right now our people are laying down, you know, their culture comfortable. They're in bed with America. You know, you gotta rise up. You know, you gotta come back to this truth, come back to this knowledge and this understanding, and realize that America is on its way out. Babylon the Great is on its last legs. It might be destroyed by 200 million ICBM nuclear missiles, and everything you're working for and laboring for is going to be burned up.
Right. Because it is what it is.
I got a precept.
You want to get your precept real quick?
Yes, a quick point.
Okay.
Get to the point. This is Colossians 3:2. Set your affections on things above. As you just said, things, everything in his will be burnt up.
Yeah.
This is not on the things on earth, on the earth.
That's right, boy.
Sorry, top.
Yeah.
This is Colossians 3:1. If ye then be risen with Hamashiach, seek those things which are above.
Yeah, so if you've been risen, if you have this knowledge, this understanding, you gotta seek those things are above, you know? You gotta seek those things that are gonna afford to come, you know? Not if, for brothers especially, you know, you shouldn't be getting caught up about working so much, you know? Just, you know, make enough money to pay your bills, feed your families, you know? But you shouldn't be stacking up, mad stacks in the bank, you know? That shouldn't be your main priority, I should say, you know? Your main priority, first and foremost, is Yahweh Shem Shai. You know, Sophia, your woman.
That's right. You know, because Jake don't see beyond this current age, man. They think this is it. Like the song, this is it. What? You know what I'm saying? They think this is it, man. But in actuality, we got a whole new kingdom coming, man. A whole new righteous kingdom being ruled by Yahweh Shai, man. King David the 12, the 144 on down, man. But our people can't see that. That's why they're busting their ass, working 2 or 3 jobs. You know what I'm saying? To get the things that they think is gonna last here, man. When it's not gonna last, according to the scriptures, man. So the scripture said what? If we be risen with Hamashiach, which we're being risen up right now with this truth, man. It says what? Seek those things which are above, which is the kingdom of heaven, man. It says, where Hamashiach sitteth on the right hand of the Most High.
Exactly. You gotta seek those things which are above, you know? None of these things that are on the earth. The things on the earth are gonna be passed away. They're gonna be destroyed by 200 million ICBM nuclear missiles. You got something, bro?
The definition.
Okay.
It's the definition to seek, attempt to find something.
Yeah, you gotta, and when you're finding something, let's say you lost your keys, you put all your energy into find that which was lost, you know? And this truth was taken away from us. It was lost for a moment, you know? But now it's found.
Yeah, beautiful point. I want to say this so I forget it. When you lose something like that, let's say somebody call you, I'm gonna call you back, I'm looking for my keys. You're focused on your keys, right? It's the same way with this truth. When you get this truth, you know, you got people in the world, like, I'm getting back with you. You know what I'm saying? My mind's on this right here, man. You know?
You're taking breaks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You ain't never gonna find it in.
Yeah.
So you gotta
stay on it.
Yeah, you gotta stay on it. You gotta stay diligent.
Just one more. To desire, to obtain, or achieve.
Yeah, to desire to obtain, you know, or achieve, you know. Just to seek, you know, you gotta desire to obtain this understanding, you know. You gotta want it, you know. If you don't want it, you're not gonna look for it, you know. You don't even care if you find it. Man, I lost my lucky pencil, you know.
Yeah.
I ain't worried about them. You ain't gonna look for it, you know.
Yeah.
Any more?
Yeah, I'm finishing out.
Okay.
Verse 2, it says, set your affections on the things above, not on the things on earth.
Yeah, so your affections, the things you care about, should be set on the things above, the things that are to come, you know? The things that Yahweh by Shem Shai promised. You know, like the brother said, the kingdom of heaven, you know, the
Righteousness.
The righteousness of the Lord, you know? Many things the Lord promises, you know? Clean water, clean air, real food.
Yeah.
You know, women, you know, which that's gonna be a small thing in the kingdom,
Right.
you know, knowing about, you know, the different herbs, you know, having the knowledge of the different herbs, you know, how to actually maintain a righteous, not only a righteous diet, but a healthy diet, you know,
elements go together to create this, what elements go together to create that, you know?
Yeah.
All type of wisdom, man. Constant knowledge, man.
That's right, bro.
That was it. That was it.
Oh yeah, bro. You get that Matthew 19.
Matthew 19 and 26.
No, we ain't read that yet. We started, but not yet.
Matthew 19, I started 25. Matthew 19, 25.
Okay.
When his disciples heard it, they were exceedingly amazed, saying, who then can be saved?
Okay.
But Yahweh beheld them and said unto them, with men this is impossible. But with Yahweh Shai, all things are possible.
Yeah, with the Lord, all things are possible. Go ahead.
Verse 27. Then answered Peter and said unto him, behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee.
Yeah, he was pointing out a point like, look, Lord, we forsook everything, you know? We forsook jobs, you know, different careers. We were forsaking all and follow after thee, you know? Go ahead.
What shall we have therefore?
What are we going to have therefore, you know?
Amen. Amen. Salute.
Salam alaikum.
How we doing, boss?
Yea, and Yahweh said unto them, verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration.
Say that part again.
28.
Yeah, just for the camera, we are not Muslims, man. We are Hebrew Israelites.
Matthew 19, 28. And Yahweh said unto them, verily I say unto you.
27,
Matthew 19, 27. Then answered Peter and said unto him, behold, we have forsaken all and have followed thee.
Yeah, behold, look, Lord, we have forsaken all. You got a definition of forsake?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
To forsake, it's a verb.
It's a verb, so it's an action. You know, you're actually physically forsaking things. Go ahead.
To abandon.
To abandon, you know. Birds have abandoned, you know, job opportunities.
Yep.
They have abandoned different career paths they might have taken.
Yep.
You know, certain women that were hindering them in the faith.
Yep.
You know.
Got some synonyms. Again, to abandon.
Friends that they had in the world, you know. To what? To obtain more Yahweh, you know, to obtain this truth. Because those were hindrance.
You know, Jake ultimately is abandoning the flesh. You know what I'm saying? Because those things are something that you want to do.
Your desires.
Your desires, yeah.
Yep.
And it's going to be a constant battle until the Lord changes us, man.
Go ahead, Sean.
To leave. These are synonyms. To leave high and dry. Turn one's back on.
Yeah, we turn our back on the world, you know, and everything. Because when you grow up, you know, you have goals, you have ambitions, so you might want to, you know, certain things. You might have a bucket list, certain things you might want to do before you hit the bucket, before you die, pretty much. You know, but you forsaking those things.
Day out the day, bro.
but you forsake those things, you know. That was funny.
I know.
Just to cast aside.
To cast aside, you know. So Peter is telling them, look, we've cast aside all, everything, you know, to follow after you, Lord.
What shall we have therefore?
Yeah, what are we gonna receive, Lord? You know, get Hebrews 6 and 10. What are we gonna receive? If we get First Corinthians 15, 58, I believe. It's like the last verse.
28.
So, he asked them, what are we gonna receive therefore? Go ahead, bro.
Verse 28. And Yahweh said unto them, verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration,
Go ahead.
when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory,
Go ahead.
ye shall also sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. Verse 29. And everyone that hath forsaken houses, or brethren, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands, for my name's sake,
For the Lord's name's sake, go ahead.
shall receive 100-fold.
You know what? We're gonna receive 100-fold. You know, really, that we're gonna receive much more. You know, so for every woman that you might have turned down, you're gonna receive 100 women. You know, Look, it's gonna be
I go both ways.
Yeah.
Every woman you turn down, and woman that turned you down.
Yeah, that's facts.
You know?
Yeah, you're gonna, cause what? They might turn you down to what? You're gonna edge up.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
Oh, if you shave down your beard, you know, then we can get it. You know?
I had to happen to me, man. Facts. You let yourself go. If you just, you know, nah, you can't do it.
Hey, look at the word compromise.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Should I look up compromise?
Because that's what the society looks at us, man. Like we just let ourselves go. You know what I'm saying? What we did, we let ourselves go to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. It's light. It's truth.
You said compromise.
Compromise.
Yeah. Okay. Compromise. Oh, it's like compromise and an agreement or a settlement of a dispute that is reached by each side making concessions.
Yeah, so what we are to never compromise, you know? We're not supposed to come in agreement. Oh, you want, okay, you just want me to, you know, shave my beard off, you know, go to the barbershop, get a haircut, no problem. Get an edge up. No, then we can totally get it on then. No, we're not supposed to compromise, you know?
That's right.
You know, oh man, those things happen, you know, all types of things, you know? Brothers ain't supposed to compromise.
And the same person text me Merry Christmas, and then I ignored it, and then like the next day, oh, you couldn't say it back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
I was watching that movie Watchmen. You got the character Rorschach. He was like never compromised. You know, even in the face of Armageddon. You know. And look, he died for it. You know, because he didn't want to compromise. He didn't. He said people deserve to know the truth. You know. And that's what we're doing. We're telling our people the truth according to the Bible. You know? That was it, Matthews, right? 19?
Yeah.
Okay. He went to Micah too. I think I call Hebrews 6 and 10 and back to Corinthians, and then we'll go back to Micah.
Okay. This is Hebrews chapter 6, verse 10. For Yahweh is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love.
So this only applies to those who have repented, you know?
Right.
Those who are seeking the God of the Bible, giving diligence to make their calling and election sure. The Lord's telling you, look, the scriptures are telling you, look, the Most High is not unrighteous, forget your work and labor of love. I believe tell you in Deuteronomy, please, 32 or 31, that there is no iniquity in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, you know? That he's righteous, you know? So what? He's not unrighteous, forget your work and labor of love. So what? We on the job right now, you know? Oh, you guys on the job? How much I get paid today?
Right.
You know? How much I get paid for those hours you're putting in? We are getting paid, you know? This is boosting our faith, you know? But much more when Lord Yahweh shall come back. We gotta finish the work first though. The work ain't done. Like we on the job, but the work ain't done yet, you know? If you don't finish the work, you ain't gonna get paid.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, because the Lord is not righteous to forget our works, man. But we like this brings out all the time. Esau does, man. Esau will forget your work, man. Look at slavery. We built this place up, man. The children of Israel built up this place, man. And what have we received? Have we received anything from it yet? But backlashes, or being put in the ground, rape, robbed, and murder. Okay, that's how the so-called white man has paid us back for our works here in this country, man, and throughout the four corners of the earth. Okay, but mainly here in America, man, because this is that great city that was built up, right, off our backs, off our works, you know. But like I told you in what's that, James, you shall receive no mercy, to show no mercy. Yeah. If you paraphrase it, you know. Yeah. So this devil's not gonna receive no mercy, man. You know. That was it.
Okay. This is Deuteronomy 32 and 4. He is the rock. His work is perfect. For all his ways are judgment, a power of truth, and without iniquity, just and right he is. You know? So the Lord is the power, is the most high of truth, and without iniquity, just and right he is, you know? He wrote the book, you know? He's the one that has made things right and fair, you know? And they're perfect. It's not one thing, but Lord, you know, what about this right here? You know, that you can't correct. You know what I mean? He made it perfect. It's perfect.
This is Hebrews 6:10. For the Most High is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love, which ye have showed towards his name, and that ye have ministered to the saints, and you minister.
Yeah, that we should have showed towards his name. That's why we give all praises to Yahweh Shai. You know, when we start our lessons, when we end our lessons, you know, we're constantly exalting those names. You know, telling Israel what they're about to, what the Lord is about to do. You know, right. And have ministered and do minister. So what we are teaching our people, you know, we're edifying, we're building them up. You know, so what, they may turn back and repent to the God of the Bible. The Lord ain't gonna forget that. You know, the Lord ain't gonna forget you. You know, praying on to Him constantly. You know, going through your trials throughout the week. You know, the Lord isn't gonna forget you. Remaining spiritual while other people get carnal in certain situations. The Lord sees all that, you know?
Read on some more, that's it.
That was it, Hebrews. Well, I see you keep reading.
Yeah, keep reading it.
Yeah.
This is Hebrews 6:11. And we desire that every one of you do show the same diligence to the full assurance of hope unto the end.
Yeah, and that's what we tell our people. Hey, we desire, you know, for the Akim to show the same diligence, you know? Full assurance of hope, you know, you're fully persuaded in your own mind unto the end, you know? You got bug outs out here listening to music, you know, holding their Bible up in the air every time they pass somebody. You know, Babylon the Great, you know, hasn't really taught our people anything, you know? That's why the Lord got his men out here edifying, building up the nation of Israel. Right. Those with the ears to hear.
Right. Clean up this mess that Esau has put out here, man.
I've seen that jacket before. Don't you got a jacket like that?
Whatever it is.
Yeah.
Somebody got a jacket like that.
I ain't got a jacket like that.
Okay. This is Hebrews 6:12. That ye be not slothful, but followers of them who through faith and
That you be not slothful. Slothful. Nobody want to work with brothers. When you're on your jobs, you want to work with someone who's slothful. You know, the answer is no.
Right.
You be like, man. They even say it, you know. We might as well just put a mannequin right here. You know, we get more work done. Right. It was better this dude wasn't even here. We'll get more work done. You know, right. Man, I would be called out. It's better when he's not here. You know, ain't no, you know, especially brothers working in the food industry, or they work in a job where it takes a multiple people, you know, to do one task. You know. That slothful. You got free stuff?
this
you want to say something?
Well, I was just on the testimony of that was the spirit, because you were saying that this week about somebody that you on the plantation that you on, about how, you know, he spent like 2 hours in the meat freezer or something like that.
Oh yeah. You got Jake Slothful on the job. What they doing in there? You know? Like what's up, Jake? You know, like you gonna get to work.
freezer.
I know, right? So brothers can't be slothful, you know. You know, push out videos. You know what you can do, and know what you can't do. You know, be sincere about this thing. You know, being sincere, trying your best.
That's right. That's funny, man. The freezer,
bro, man, I'm so mad.
When you go into slothful, that word means to be idle, being not, you know, working, being idle.
I know what he was doing.
You know? But I got a precept. This is Sirach chapter 22, verse 1. A slothful man is compared to a filthy stone, and everyone will hiss him out to disgrace. And that's what the brother did, man. Like, what is this guy doing, man? But I'll be glad when he doesn't come to work. You know, it's like a filthy stone. You know, when you pick up a stone, you got something on it, like mud. You're like, oh, man.
You pick it up, you be like, you think it's gonna be good, but when you touch the bottom,
yeah,
like, oh,
yeah.
Snap. You know, your hands
what's
on
this, man? You know? It says, and everyone will hiss him out to disgrace. Man, get this guy out of here, man. Bring somebody who's gonna work, man. You know? We need somebody who's gonna actually labor in this thing, man. Not pussyfoot.
Because there's a vibration, everything, you know? Yeah, one guy never really do anything. Or let's say you got the boss, the manager on the job, you know, because look, we have brothers under us, you know? You be the manager on the job, but you just like,
Yeah.
I don't really want to be here. You're always complaining, always being negative. How's that going to show off to everyone else? They can be like, well, he don't care, I don't care.
Right.
You know, why should I care more than him?
Right.
You know? So brothers got to be examples. Can't be slothful in business. I'm talking to myself first and foremost.
Yeah, I'm finished now.
Can you read up a little bit?
Yeah. This is Hebrews chapter 6, verse 11. And we desire that every one of you do show the same diligence to the full assurance of hope unto the end. Verse 12, that ye be not slothful, but followers of them who through faith and patience inherit the promises.
It says that ye be not slothful, but followers of them through patience inherit the promise. That's talking about the elect. So you're going to follow men in this truth, you know? You're going to have leaders set up over you to follow. It's very simple. You're going to follow someone. It tells you in 2nd Ezra that the rope was so tight that only one man can go in there at a time. You know what? You got a leader. You got someone in front of you. You know who you're going to follow. You're going to look up to, you know? And it's going to be, you know, the heads of your camp. You know, you're going to be the brothers over you. And it's going to, you know, for those brothers who are around you, and of course it's the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, you know, and all the leaders, you know, and there are different heads of camps, you know, you got different heads of camps. They post their videos on YouTube, give you their advice. You know, we got a lot of sources to follow, you know, and they're all in the ways of truth.
That's right.
More than that?
That's it.
Okay. I guess 1 Corinthians 15, I think it's 58, right? You got to go through that.
Yeah. This is the book of Hebrews 11, verse 6. But without faith, it is impossible to please him.
Read one.
Hebrews 11 and 1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for.
Now faith is a substance. Faith is the understanding of things hoped for. You look at that word hope, it's our expectation. So faith is the understanding of the expectation that Yahweh Shai promised, you know? That he was going to deliver his elect, that he was going to come back and save someone, you know?
Right.
And that's what we're hoping for. To be saved, we're hoping to be part of that expectation.
That's right.
This is Hebrews 11, verse 1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen.
The evidence of things not seen. What? The accounts that are written in the scriptures, you know, that has happened and that are said to happen, they're not seen yet, you know? We haven't seen them with bodily eyes. We don't have a time machine to watch when King David was slaying Goliath, you know? The Goliath, bro. I don't know why I said it like that. Yeah. But, you know, we don't got a time machine to go ahead and see what's going to happen in these last days. You know, we have that faith. We have that hope, that expectation.
Verse 6. But without faith, it is impossible to please him.
So without having any type of expectation or any hope in the unseen, it's impossible to please him. Who's that talking about? The Most High? You can't see the Most High. So how are you gonna, if you can't see the Most High and you don't have faith, then how can you believe on him? You know? Go ahead.
For he that cometh to the Most High must believe that he is.
For he that cometh to the Most High, he that wants to serve Yahweh Shema Shai must believe that he is, that he exists, you know? If not, you're laboring in vain. Go ahead.
And that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him.
And that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him.
Get that definition of reward.
Reward?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Or rewarder.
Yeah.
Read that part again.
Which part?
He is a rewarder.
Okay. And that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him.
Yeah, so get the definition of reward.
Reward, yeah, that's all.
Because he's the rewarder. I mean, what? He's giving out rewards, you know?
Reward, it's a thing given in recognition of one's service, effort, or achievement.
Yeah, a thing given, and the thing that we're going to receive, Lord's will be part of the elect, and Lord's will be enduring to the end, is that penny, you know, which is the kingdom of heaven, you know, because of one's work. You know, we're working right now, and you know we're praying that we can endure. You know, you might be on the job, you might quit early. You ain't quitting over this.
Right.
You know, you might quit. You know, but we don't want to quit on Yahweh Shema Shai. You know.
It's another good one.
Read that first one again,
Read the first one
and then read that one. I just want to make sure everybody's here. Yeah.
Reward, a thing given in recognition of one's service.
In recognition, meaning they recognize. Meaning what the Lord, you better recognize. But that means the Lord has seen everything that's going on down here, you know? He recognizes, oh, that guy working hard on the job, you know? You know, you might work for Esau and whatnot. The boss ain't here today, so she didn't see all the hard work you did. You know? Nah, the Lord always here.
That's right.
You know? Yeah, bro?
Yep. A reward, a thing given in recognition of one's service, effort, or achievement.
A thing, okay, yep. Go ahead. Here's your next one.
The next one, okay. And a fair return for good or bad behavior.
Oh, you know, that reminds me of Revelation 22, I believe it's 12. It says a fair return, right? So what the Lord is going to give, you know, his elect is fair, and what the Lord is going to give his, the wicked of our people is fair. You got it? Go ahead, read it.
Revelation chapter 22, verse 12. And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me.
And my reward is with me. Read that definition about what y'all one more time.
Yep. The second one, right?
Yeah.
A fair return for good or bad behavior.
Yeah, so for a fair return. Look, the Lord's coming back to give our people a fair return. You know, he's coming back to give everyone a fair return. He that soweth to the flesh shall the flesh reap corruption. You can someone get that. Galatians 6 and 7.
This is Revelation 22 and 12. And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me.
Yeah, behold, I come quickly, and the Lord's reward is with them. Anyone that definition, bro?
It's just an example that they got for it.
Okay.
The example for that definition, a slap on the face was his reward for his impudence.
For his impudence. You know? His unsubordinance. You know? Him being unsubmissive, you know, to the ways of Yahweh by Shema Shai. Slap in the face.
That's what the Lord going to do 2/3. He's going to slap him with that missile.
Yeah. You gotta think about it's not no normal slap. The power of the Lord, though.
Right.
The Lord is the Almighty, you know? He about to really slap. He gonna backhand you, too.
That's right.
You know? Go ahead, bro.
God, this is Revelation 22 and 12. And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according as his work shall be.
Yeah. Any more than that?
That was it.
They don't say whether that'd be good or
That's it.
That's in Ecclesiastes too.
Yeah.
But where his real time about the show.
Yep, it's good. Revelation 22 and 12. And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according as his work shall be.
Yeah, so whether your works were, you know, good or whether your works were bad, you come and get your fair, what was it, fair what?
Return.
Fair return, you know?
Yeah.
Hey, that's a good definition.
Yep.
Come and get your fair return. Were we reading first, no, did we finish Hebrews 11:6, bro? He's a word, yep, okay, Con, yep.
This is 1 Corinthians 15 and 58.
Okay.
It says, therefore, my beloved.
Before you read that, bro, well, actually, that's good. Read that, and then can you hold 2 Corinthians 5 and 10, just right there?
Yep.
And then get Ecclesiastes 12. Here, look. Yeah, and then 14 too. Okay, let's go. It all goes into it.
This 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 58. Therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast.
Yeah. I was saying that we started all the way, but it's not.
Yeah.
It says, therefore, my beloved brethren. The beloved is, you know, the house of David, the elect. The beloved is the elect, you know? It said, therefore, my beloved.
That's right.
Okay, bro.
It reads, this is 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 58. Therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable.
Be steadfast. Can you look at that definition of steadfast?
Yep.
supposed to be firm in this faith, you know, unmovable. Like I told you in James, or I told you in that in Matthew's.
That's right.
When the winds blew, and the destruction came, he wasn't founded on that rock, so his house was destroyed. You know, supposed to be unmovable, supposed to be grounded in the faith of Yahweh by Shema Shai.
That's right.
You got a definition of steadfast, bro?
Yep. Steadfast, resolutely, or dutiful. Oh, slackly. Let me read it again. Resolutely or dutifully firm and unwavering.
Unwavering, you know? So you don't want to be wavering, you know? A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways, you know? You don't want to be double-minded. You don't want to be indifferent to the truth. But, you know, here it is at your camp says something, but what about this? You know, you don't want to be indifferent to 3 videos a week.
Right.
What do you mean, bro?
Right.
You want me to call brothers too? What about me?
Right.
I gotta work.
Right.
I got a family to take. You can't be as different, you know?
Yeah.
Hey, that was it.
You want some words or you good?
But that was unmovable, right? What's a what's the
Unwavering.
Unwavering.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to waver. Unmovable. Go ahead.
Yep. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 58. Therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord.
Yeah, always abounding, you know. When you look that up in the blue letter, it means to go past far and beyond a certain mark, a certain limit, you know. So that's why, you know, if brothers do that 3 days a week, you know, push out another one, you know. Or take some overtime when you're studying, you know. You know, do some more for the Lord, you know. We can never go far enough. Now you can have some weeks where you don't do as much as other weeks, but make up for it next week, you know? Just consider.
It says, it reads on, for as much as ye know that your labor is not in vain.
As much as you know.
Yep.
Yes, you gotta know this. You gotta be fully persuaded in your own mind. You know this. You know that your labor is not in vain.
Right.
You know that those late night studying just ain't for nothing.
Late night videos.
Yeah. You know, I remember we were in we met some brothers, and you could tell the brothers that were studying. Brothers was going in, you was like, whoa, like what? Like, you can tell they labor not in vain. They spend late night studying, looking up words, and they're able to edify more and build up brothers, you know? That labor was not in vain.
Yep.
That's how you think.
It says, for as much as ye know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord.
Yep.
But it's vain with Esau.
Yeah. It's going to be vain for the so-called white man. Why? Because America's going to be destroyed. You know? It's going to be taken out.
What the Lord said, they shall build, but I shall throw down.
It's going to be a strike.
You know?
Yes.
I know, right?
It's going to be all the pins going to be knocked down. None of your
right.
works are going to be kept. You got something?
For vain, producing no result, useless.
Useless, you know, producing no results, you know. The results of you studying, you know, the scripture says, till I come give attendance to the reading. The results of you studying and doing all these things, you're gonna be more confident in the spirit.
Yep.
You know, you're gonna be like, yo, I'm really, you know, you're gonna see the Lord might show you more chariot sightings. You know, boost your faith even more. You're gonna be on the downhill of the path, you know. Because sometimes it feels like an uphill battle, you know. You're gonna be you know, it's gonna be smooth sailing, really, you know.
You're gonna be happy to see camp day. You know, if he ain't been studying, been doing what you're supposed to do throughout the week, you're gonna be like, dang, Saturday came up quick, man. You know what I'm saying? I didn't do this. I didn't get a chance to do that. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, that's right. You don't want to condemn yourself.
Right, that was in the
Yeah, you got 2 Corinthians.
5 and 10.
10.
Yeah. Yep. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 10. For we must all appear before the judgment seat of the Mashiach.
Yeah, we're gonna all have to appear before the judgment seat of Lord Yahushua, you know, because all judgment was given unto him, you know.
Yep, it says that everyone may receive the things done in his body, according to that he have done,
you will receive that reward for the thing that you have done in your body, the thing that you've done down here on this earth.
whether it be good or bad.
Whether it be good or bad, whether you were, being a believer in Yahweh Shai, or whether you were spending your weekends on the trolley all weekend, the trolley club, getting drunk all week. Which those things are dying down. You know what I mean? That's right. I have people at the job talking like, you can ride in the trolley? They take you to different bars and you drink. They have bar stop. You know how expensive that is, bro? To drink at all these bars?
That's crazy. Yeah, one beer is like what? Last time I checked, like $4 or $5
for a beer,
and you get a whole case for about $5. Whole 6-pack.
6-pack.
Unless it went up. It's been a while. Yeah.
Well, yeah, man. It's pointless, But the bad, smoking weed, smoking cigarettes. These women are through getting bald heads,
On in their hair.
It's crazy. You got Edomite women got more sense than damn nigga women. It's crazy. Yeah, not crazy, really. Yeah. Not really, but that's the truth.
Makes sense.
Yep.
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 11. Knowing therefore the that was it.
Yeah, that was it. That was the point.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
Ecclesiastes.
Yeah,
This is the book of Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Excuse me. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
Fear Yahweh Shemiah Shai and keep his commandments.
Yeah, it says let us hear the conclusion of the I got it. Come on, bro. It says let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High. Fear Yahweh Shemiah Shai. Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father, and Yahweh Shai being the name of his only begotten Son, and keep his commandments. Keep the commandments of the Bible. To the best of your ability. And the ones that you can't keep. Certain things. Certain things you're gonna slip and fall at. You might go buy. You might buy something. You got pork. Check the label later after you eat. You got pork in it. Or many things.
Rib me up.
Yeah, be careful with that rib meat. You might think you went home, got a pack of ribs, got some beef ribs. Before you know, it's pork ribs. You already cooked them in the house and everything. You already bit some, licking your fingers and everything.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear Yahweh Shemiah Shai and keep his commandments.
Yeah, some of the commandments are you're not supposed to get edge ups, not supposed to get tattoos. But that's a big thing for our people. You have guys, just because their friends get tattoos, now I'm gonna get a tattoo. You have guys who don't even smoke, but you're around these people enough, now you're smoking. That's why you're supposed to separate yourself from these people. Go ahead, say something.
Prime example of what you're going into, man. I remember when I was younger. I was probably about 21. All right, I got my first and only tattoo, man. And the only reason why I got it because I was peer pressured into getting it, man. My so-called best friend in the world was going to get tatted up. He said, come on, I got you. Just get one with me, man. Get one with me. And he would not let go. That demon was so heavy on him that it jumped on me. But all right, man. And I went and got a tattoo with him, man. You gotta separate yourself from him, man.
Like you said, kind of along the same lines. I wanted to get tattooed because my friends was getting tattoos back when I was in the world. But I had one so-called friend that was like, man, who really kind of knew that I really didn't really want one. Was like, hey, man, just wait a year, and if you still got the same attitude about that same tattoo, then go ahead and get it. Yeah, and then exactly.
That demon's still around.
Yeah, but I could never go a year with just that same mentality on that same tattoo. I always be like, nah, I don't want it. And then later on, as I started getting to the truth, I was like, well, I'm glad I had that mentality. That was the Lord.
That's right. You got guys today though who smoke weed. All their friends smoke weed every day. Oh man, let me smoke he's smoking every day. You know, now he a bug out. You know, you gotta separate yourself from the people of this world. You know, Lord's when we get a couple scriptures on that. Were you done reading, bro?
Yeah.
You're reading. Go ahead and read that, and then I got. See what scripture says.
The book of Ecclesiastes 12:13. Again, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai and keep his commandments.
It said, fear Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai and keep his commandments. Go ahead.
For this is the whole duty of man.
Yeah, but this is the whole duty of man. This is why you Israelite men were put down on the face of the earth to, you know, to keep the commandments of the Lord. You know, show your children, your women how to do it. You know, and you know, it's an ever-ending cycle. Now when your kids have children, all right, now he's taking care of his daughter, showing her the right way. You know, now he gives her off to a respectable man that in the same household, the Israelite family been doing the same thing.
Verse 14.
You got a definition?
Yeah, duty.
All right. Yeah, right on that.
Make a left on Davy Street, right here, across the street. Make a left and go right down the left. On the bottom of the hill.
Okay, get definition of duty, bro.
Yeah, definition of duty. A moral or legal obligation, a responsibility.
Yeah, a responsibility.
Right.
You got Israel has responsibility, you know? And your whole responsibility, your whole moral, because you should have morals, you should have integrity, you know? As an Israelite. And that integrity, you know, those morals, that standard of living is keeping the commandments of the Bible.
Well, give it to us, man. Separate
And
us.
another one.
A little bit more?
Yeah. That's the second definition. A task or action that someone is required to perform.
A task or action that someone being the Israelites, who gave you that task to perform, y'all actually went into agreement that you were going to keep the commandments, you know? So we agreed that in the Lord requires that you hold up your end of the bargain.
See, Jay didn't think about the repercussions. They didn't think about, you know, further down the road. You know?
That's why the curses are much bigger. The Lord, like, look, I'm gonna give you everything you need right here. This is sweet and simple right here. But look, I'm gonna tell you a long list of things that are gonna happen to you. You don't mess up. You know, Jay getting bored.
Yeah.
Why he's telling, oh man,
Yeah.
oh, I don't, you know, they zone out, man. Women, yeah, I'm get that. I'm like, yeah. They over here, you know, only thinking about the good things.
Right.
They ain't even listening when Moses is telling about the bad things, you know? They didn't listen.
That's right.
Yeah, verse 14.
Okay.
Verse 14. And Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai shall judge every work unto judgment.
And read again.
For Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai shall bring every work to judgment.
Yeah, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is going to bring every work into judgment. You know, every work, everything you're doing down here on this earth is going to be brought forth before Lord Yahushai. You know, go ahead.
And it reads, with every secret thing.
Every secret thing. Nah, Lord ain't seen you do that. Come on, man. You know what time it was when that happened? Lord going to bring it up. You know, he's going to bring up the account. You're going to be judged for it. Go ahead.
Whether it be good or whether it be evil.
Whether it be good or evil, you know, man, what? You're gonna have to pay for the things they've done down here on this earth. No one's gonna get away.
That's right.
You know, no one's gonna be able to escape the clutches of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai.
That's right.
Give them that second Corinthians. Give Micah 2 and 10 because we started reading that earlier. We didn't get finished it, but hold that second Corinthians.
Micah 2.
Yeah, we never finished.
Micah 2, oh, sorry.
Yeah, because Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and your Israelite foreigners, you know, the sea line goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Need a what? You need to separate yourselves from the mentality of America. Oh, Jeremiah 10 and 1 about the show? Remember?
Micah 2 and 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest.
Yeah, arise ye and depart, for America is not your rest. You know, we went into earlier how you arise, you know, by taking heed to the scriptures, taking heed to Lord Yahushai's teachings.
Right.
You know, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai's teachings, you know? And what? And now we're being taught through the Apostle of the Great Millstone, the men on down. Shamar, grab your sword, bro. Go ahead.
Because it is polluted.
Because it is polluted. America is polluted. The teaching the teachings of America will pollute you. You know, you following after their teaching, their false doctrines, their lies. Here it is. They tell you the fact that the Lord told us to what? To be fruitful and multiply. Now Esau is telling you, oh, don't have kids. You know, they're telling you that, oh, just adopt. You know, a man want to sleep with a man, just adopt. You know, it'll be fine.
What do they tell our women?
Get abortion.
Abortion, start your career. You know, have a baby at a young age is considered like you lost your life in this world, man. You know what I'm saying? When it was going to Lord told us what? To be fruitful and multiply, man. And he said, oh, my world's come to the end because I had a baby at 17. Well, yeah, the world's come to the end because you can't be a thought no more. You know what I'm saying? This word is to promote our women to stick with one man. You know? Now they can't go out and be a whore or harlot in the streets no more, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So what? Yeah, they were like, bust it down, Tatiana, man. You know?
Yeah, so on that, what's it? So Micah 2 and 10.
Yeah.
This is polluted. As a polluted, contaminated.
Look, contaminated, man. This place is contaminated with the ideologies, okay, and the thought process, okay, the democracy, the religions that go on here in America, man.
Contaminated with harmful or poisonous substances.
Harmful or poisonous substance, man. Okay? That's poison the minds of our people, saying that what? Johnny could be Jalissa. Okay? Mary could be Matthew. You know what I'm saying? That's the pollution, man. You got plastic rice, you eat fake food. You know, this place has not told us who we were as a nation. So now we're calling ourselves black. Okay. Okay.
The word pollute is a synonym to adulterate.
Adulterate, man, and that's promoted heavy here, man. You know, what Trey Songz say, "Mr. Still Your Girl."
Yep.
You know, that's wicked in the eyes of the Lord, man. But our women love it, you know, and our men love it, man. Why? Because they love wickedness, man. Because that's what's promoted here.
What the usher say? Better not bring your girl around me.
Yeah.
Boy, for real.
You know, all these rappers are R&B singers. Look at R. Kelly, man.
Yep.
You know, he got mad because Mr. Biggs judged your ass, man.
Yeah.
You know. What the hell is going on? What you mean is going on?
You had going back to the abortions. You had a college that were giving out these to terminate babies for free. You know, but they were giving out their Plan B. They were actually, for those who got pregnant, they were giving free abortions.
And what did Dottie say?
I mean, next to
my body, my choice.
And they said, bitch, I need a Henny and a Plan B.
Oh man, yeah.
You know, these women are very like, you know, some women, you around family members. I had this one, they're reading this post that a woman made. She was like,
can we put it down so it don't fall?
See it for later, yeah. Perfect.
I mean, I digress.
This is Micah chapter 2, verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest.
Yeah, so rise and depart for America is not your rest, bro.
Oh, so she said that.
You got verse up?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is Sirach chapter 36, because it said, you said America's not our rest, right? So one may ask, well, America's not my rest then, Holmes. What's my rest then? We're going to tell you according to the scriptures. This is Sirach 36 and 13. It says, "Oh, be merciful unto Jerusalem, thy holy city, the place of thy rest." So the place of our rest is Israel, man, Jerusalem. All right? That's the homeland. That's the rest. That's what we're going to find rest at, man.
When we get back to the promised land.
That's right. So the reason why we're telling you to come out of America, okay, it's not our rest, because we have a place of rest, man. Is there any scriptures? Okay, with Jerusalem, which is a people before place, was also actually talking about Jerusalem, man, Israel. When we're going to go back to that land, the Lord's going to put us back in that land.
And I'm going to make sure you catch your pops.
I will.
Okay.
This is Micah chapter 2, verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest.
Yeah, rise ye in the park, for this is not your rest. Babylon the Great is not our rest. You know, heaven supposed to be finding rest in this word, in these scriptures. You know, we're in hell here. So the scriptures have now become our rest. You know, the kingdom with this knowledge. You know, the kingdom of heaven is within you. The knowledge of the Bible. You know, that has become our rest. You know, that has become a place where we can find rest at. You know.
Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with a sword destruction.
Yeah, and it has destroyed the minds of our people. You see what happened when you follow the teachings of Babylon, you know? When you follow the teachings of America.
Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with a sword destruction.
Yeah, you see what happens when you follow the teachings of America. This place destroys. This place has destroyed the minds of our people. You know, to where they think it's okay to commit wickedness. You know, that's all they know. It's wickedness and lies.
Yeah, it's funny you say that because I had a so-called best friend in the world. He would pop other dudes' women. And you know, and his excuse was, well, somebody probably doing it to me right now. Somebody probably popping my woman. You know what I'm saying? So shoot, I mean, I might as well, you know? Not in that case. You know? That's going off, man. That's abominable works in the eyes of the Lord. They want to say something, brother? Oh, go ahead.
And when you brothers get that Jeremiah 10:1.
Yeah, I got it right here. It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 10, verse 1. Get Colossians 2 and 8. This Jeremiah 10:1. Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel, which consists of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and the speckled bird, man. You know, because as a nation, we were scattered amongst these other nations, man. So you're going to have Israelites looking like Chinese, Japanese, Africans, the so-called white man, okay? You know? Because we were scattered. So the Lord saying what? You know, hear the word, O Israel, all right? It's not a black thing, okay? It's not a Latino thing. It's a Hebrew Israelite thing, man. You know?
This Jeremiah chapter 10 verse 1. Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel.
Right.
Thus saith the Lord.
See, it says, thus saith the Lord. This is coming with the words of the Heavenly Father, man. We're coming with His wisdom, His knowledge, and His understanding. And giving it to you freely, man. You know? That should be another reason why our people should be out here, man. You know? But yet they're ready to go to church and pay for lies, man.
That's right. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen.
Yeah, learn not the way of the heathen. And who's running this society, who's running this world right now? Okay, it's Esau, Edom, according to the Bible. Okay, by process of elimination, that's talking about the so-called white man. All right? And according to Malachi, the 1st chapter, he is the wicked man. Okay? Learn not their ways. And look, all these other heathens, man, that are here in America, man. The Chinese, okay? Cutting up cat, rat, and dog, okay? And eating it, and then look, feeding it to you jakes in the hood. Okay? Learn not their ways. Celebrate these pagan holidays. Okay? Jake be so quick to celebrate these wicked holidays, man. But the Lord tells us what? Not to do it, man.
Exodus 23:2. Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil.
Beautiful, man. Beautiful, beautiful. Follow not a multitude to do evil. And what the society promotes is nothing but evil and wickedness, man. You know, follow not their way. This is their kingdom. This is their time to rule, man. You're not really following their ways, man. But yeah, people do it day in and day out, man.
And it reads, Exodus 23 and 2, thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil.
Yeah, but everybody want to be a leader, right? Everyone claims they're a leader, right? Well, look, you're not supposed to be a follower, man. And if you're following the ways of this world, you're not a leader, man. You know, you're not a leader. You're just being a follower of society, man. You've been a programmed robot, man. Following the ways of these heathens that don't know a damn thing, man. Filthy.
Yeah, because ultimately, the Lord is raising up a nation of kings and priests, you know? And the king is a leader. Now, granted, we do follow, you know, righteous men.
There's an order.
Follow the Lord. You know, that's why Lord Yahushua is known as the King of Kings. Of course, we're going to follow him.
Right.
But you know, the Lord is raising up a nation of kings and priests to be leaders. The leaders of the nation of Israel.
That's right. What did Paul say? Follow me as I'm following Mashiach.
Yep. This is back in Jeremiah 10 and 2. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven.
Yeah, or the eclipses and things like that. You know, the stars, the sun, the moons. Okay, do not be dismayed at that. Hey, look, I saw on the news, but this one kid so-called discovered a new planet, right? And everyone was so amazed at that. They even let the kid name the planet, because the planet already has a name. Okay, but you're not gonna be amazed. Look, we know that's just another a dwelling for the Lord's men. You know? Okay, oh, you found another planet. Hey, look, that belongs to the elect, man. The Lord said this house is many mansions, man. All right? You're not dismayed at that. When I heard that, I was like, oh, okay. Look, another dwelling place for one of the elect, man. You know?
And it reads, for the heathen are dismayed at them.
Yeah, for the heathen, man, are dismayed at them, man. They be wild at things like that. Ooh, a new planet. You know? Oh, you see that eclipse? Yeah, I'm taking out the whole day for it, man. The blood moon? Yeah, we have a blood moon party, man. You know? You're not supposed to get that definition dismayed? You can? Are we rolling?
Yeah, we are.
Okay. Because Chris said, be not dismayed at it, man.
The definition of dismayed is the past tense of dismayed, and it means cause to feel dismayed. It says to cause someone to feel concerned. Or distress. So cause someone to feel distress. Synonyms are horror, shock, surprise.
Yeah, shock, surprise, man. Don't be shocked or surprised at the signs in heaven, man. You know? That's the sign that the Lord's getting ready to do something, man.
Yep. Startled.
Look, startled, don't be startled. Oh, snap, did I miss it? Oh, has the blood moon went yet? Has the eclipse went yet? You know? And people are probably looking like we bugging it out. They're like, what are they doing? You know? We are the real bug outs, man. There it is, the light is of Yahweh shall be the truth, the salvation. A lot of people driving past it. That was it?
Yeah, that was it.
You got a definition?
Yeah.
Come on, bring it out.
It's the definition of dismay in the Western. Yeah. It is to cause to lose courage or resolution as because of alarm or fear.
Yeah, and they're alarmed at these things, man. You know? This shocks them. This is not supposed to shock us. This shocks them, man.
Some are even scared, you know?
Yeah.
When they see certain things.
Spirits let them know something. You know?
Synonym, agitate, disturb, distress.
Yeah, disturb, distress, because these are signs that's going to come up. The Lord's going to do something upon the earth, man. And the ones that's in the know that know the Lord something, know that the Lord's going to judge this place, man. Signs in the heavens, man.
Freaked out.
Freaked out. Hey, look, when he saw that the last one, the fire, that freaked a lot of people out, man. On the Sabbath, that's right. You know, that freaked a lot of people out, man. World's come to an end. What am I gonna do? I got plans. You know. Let's get back to these scriptures. Yeah, Colossians 2.
Colossians 2:8. Beware lest any man spoil you.
Look, beware, man. You know, get that definition. It's a public shot. You know, the scriptures say beware, man. You know, when you see a sign that says beware, you pay attention, man. You know, back in the day, you used to see beware of dog. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you get quiet, you try to walk past whatever, the gate or whatever. You know, you may be going your way to the store. You know what I'm saying? You see it, walk past the gate, says beware of dog. You quiet as I don't know what, man. You know? Dog might jump the gate or something, you know? Got it?
Yep. And it reads, beware. It says, be on your guard.
Be on your guard, man. And that's what, matter of fact, read that scripture.
This is Colossians chapter 2, verse 8. Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy or vain deceit.
Yeah, beware, man, which means what?
To be on your guard.
To be on your guard, man. Lest any man rob you, man. Okay, of your mind. Through the philosophy that this world promotes, man. Okay, their Christianity, all right? Their coexist, everyone get along. Peace, peace, peace. But according to the Bible, the Lord's not bringing peace. Okay? Saying that shrimp, pork, crab, lobster is good to eat. Oh, celebrating Christmas is okay. They're robbing you Israelites' mind, man.
It says, be caution and alert to the dangers thereof.
Be alert to that's danger, man. That is danger. When you're not in these scriptures, look, man, you're in danger, man. Because what? Esau's robbing that mind through the TV, you know? That TV is, because the TV doesn't let you know what's going on throughout the four corners of the earth, you know? The news is not going to put on what's really going on, what's really happening.
They're not watching the news.
Huh?
They're not even watching the news.
Yeah, they're not watching it. It's too negative. I want positive, 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 you know?
And it reads, keep your eyes open.
Keep your eyes open, man. The scripture told us to watch, right? Measure the times diligently, okay? But how can you watch if you're being spoiled, man? Read that precept again.
Colossians 2:8.
Right.
Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit.
Vain deceit. See, the things that's promoted here is vain to you Israelites, man. Okay, you so-called Negro and Native Americans who are Israelites according to the Bible. You worshiping your birthday, that's vain to you, man. Okay? No profit at all to you, man. The Heavenly Father didn't give us birthdays, man. These pagan holidays. You know, what's the next one to come up? Valentine's Day? That's wicked as all hell. Martin Lucifer King, Martin Luther Coon.
You got St. Patty's.
St. Patty's, right. Nothing to do with you Israelites, man. But yet, your mind's being spoiled because what? Esau, it keeps putting on you every year. Throwing at you every year. Every year you celebrate it, man. That's why when we opened up, how long were you simple ones when you love simplicity? We didn't fully go all the way into that, you know?
And they push it on you, you know?
Yeah.
They're shutting down grocery stores on the day of Serapis, you know? They're shutting down grocery stores, you know? they're making sure that they closing everything, so this way you have to spend time at home.
Yeah.
Everything on TV is about, about that day, about Christmas.
Yeah.
When you go to the grocery store, where they first as you walk in there, they redecorate everything, look like Valentine's Day.
Right.
Right. That's how they push it on you.
That's right. They push on you early too, man. Earlier every year. To spoil and rob that mind. Come on, read that one more time, Brother Sean.
This is Colossians 2:8. Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of men.
At the tradition of men. This is the tradition of man. Celebrating these pagan holidays, man. That's what men do. The Lord didn't give us, they give us high holy days, man. The Sabbaths, okay, the Feast of Weeks, Purim, that's right, Passover, okay, which is coming up.
After the rudiments of the world, not of Hamashiach.
After the rudiments after the ways of this world, and not after Hamashiach, the anointed, man. Who you call Christ, who you call Jesus, Lord Yahushua, man. That's his true name, man. Yahushua didn't give us that, man. Okay? Follow not the ways of men, man. Men have you going off, man, all types of ways, man.
They said, be on your guard, look around, right?
Yeah.
This is Ephesians chapter 5. I'm starting at 14. Wherefore he said, awake thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead.
Yeah, awake thou that sleepest, Jake. You Israelites, and arise from the dead. So we brought out earlier those that in Proverbs, that those that don't have this understanding.
They that wonder by the way. Shalom, brothers. They that wonder by the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead.
Which is these other nations, man. Okay? Because the Lord didn't give them this truth. Alright?
It says, wherefore he said, awake thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and the Mashiach shall give thee light.
Which is this truth, man.
See then that you walk circumspectly.
Yeah, circumspectly, man. On point, on guard. You got to beware in your mind at all times, lest someone rob and spoil that mind of yours, that heart. Because Satan's out here saying we get devoured. And he's trying to devour our people, man. Get Ezekiel 23 first before you get that Ezekiel 3:17. Yeah.
It says, see then that you walk circumspectly, and you look at the word circumspect, it means circle means around, inspect means to look.
That's right.
So you gotta be looking around your surroundings. Does that mean like every time you walk around the house and
right.
No, you gotta be watching the news. You gotta be watching for the prophecies, which approve the man foreseeth evil and hideth himself, and the simple pass on or are punished, So you gotta be on your guard. So what? So you don't get punished when all hell's breaking loose out here in America.
Yeah, that's spiritual too, man. Spiritual and as far as watching, man. Look, even when you going home, man, brothers in this truth, man. Because you got agents out here following brothers home. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, man. Circle around twice.
Don't take the same route every time.
Don't take the same route every time.
Yep. So of course, these all know where brothers stay at, but you got these guys, who might hate you in their own accord, you know? Well, I seen that guy teaching on YouTube. That's him right there. I'm gonna follow him, But they read Ephesians 5 and 14.
Hey, look, just, real fast, just like one of the brothers in California, man, the LA camp. He was at work.
Oh, yeah.
And some dude came and was like, yeah, you know what this is. And tried to attack him, man.
Yeah.
The water Yahweh shop protecting that brother, man. He gave him that work. Pretty much, yeah. They said the dude had a knife on him, man.
Yep.
You remember that?
Yep.
You know? Yeah, that was a beautiful testimony, man. But you know, it's being circumspect at all times and everything that we do, man. In righteousness.
Yep. And it reads Ephesians 5:14, see then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools.
Look, because a fool's not going to walk circumspectly, man. They're going to be in that la-di-da-di-da, la-di-da-di-da spirit, man. And that's what's going to get you put down, man.
I was like, you see these women.
Exactly.
You know, when women, they're walking alone a lot of the time, what do? They're on their phone.
Yeah.
It's, you
Careless.
know, 9, 10 o'clock at night, they're just looking down their phone like this.
Careless.
They ain't even looking around.
Right. You know? So you got to walk circumspectly at all times, man. For seeing, what's it up? For seeing the evil, man. Because the times we're living in are bad, man. They're not good. And they're only going to get worse, man.
Oh yeah, well I was gonna say about walking circumspect was I had a alert pop up on this news feed that I got, and it was like NC man is on the highway shooting at random cars.
Oh yeah, yeah. I heard something about a 13, 14-year-old
Yeah,
shooting at random cars.
on the interstate.
Yeah. All right. Give it. This is third time. Yeah. He
Right.
from that there. He said he come up to school.
Oh,
That guy was
yeah.
Yeah. Bro, that was him. But anyways, where we at?
Did you try to make it more?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you say it again? You remember?
We're talking about walking circumspect. About someone in I believe you said it was a teenager. He was shooting at the cars on the interstate.
He was in Wilson.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hey, you gotta watch out for that. This is Ephesians 5:15, and it reads, not as fools,
Not as blockheads,
but as wise.
as wise men for seeing the evil, man. You know, because a wise man's gonna always be cautious, man. You know, he's gonna be cautious in every situation that he's in, man. Especially in the days that we're living in, man. Because Jacob's trouble is here, man. So you have to definitely walk circumspect, man. Look, we're in the valley of the shadow of death, man. Right here in America, man. Any day, Jake can lose his life, and Jake does lose his life, man. And look, I just saw the news yesterday with the Simeonite, okay, got beat up by the cops, man. You know, to the point where he couldn't even see. You know, but if he was wise and walking circumspect and knowing the scriptures, then what? Agree with our adversary, but thou in the wilds with him, man. You know? Yeah, it was in Raleigh, yeah. Yep. Yo, he's someone playing. His glass was all crooked and stuff. I don't know if brother saw that. Yeah.
Verse 16, redeeming the time because the days are evil.
Yeah, redeeming the times because the days are evil, man. You know, you gotta get this knowledge while you can. You know? Because the days are evil, man. You know? Jacob's trouble is here. It's only gonna ramp up. So you gotta try to get this wisdom and knowledge understanding while you can, man. You know?
You heard Jake said,
What he said?
Israelites.
Oh. I didn't know what he said.
Yeah, Jake is funny, bro.
Yeah.
But this is, it says redeeming the, Ephesians 5:16, redeeming the time.
How much is it going to cost me per person?
It says redeeming the time because the days are evil. Wherefore be ye not unwise.
Therefore be ye not unwise, man. Don't be a fool. Don't be a blockhead. Don't be a meatball. This is not the times to be living comfortable, man. We are in a spiritual war right now, man. Where this Edomite is coming for your heart, for your mind, for your body, and for your soul, man. Because he gonna try to plant that chip in you, man. You know? Yeah, that was a prodigy from Mom Deep, man. You know? And they got his ass. You know? And that is facts, man.
He wasn't walking wise.
He wasn't walking wise. So I believe he ended up getting into Christianity, man. Like he was trying to find Jesus. When Jesus is not the name, man. You know? And there's no excuse for our people, especially ones that live up top, man. You live in New York, you know what I'm saying? You know that the name of God's only begotten son is not Jesus, man. You know what I'm saying? Letter J was introduced to the alphabet in the 1600s, man.
It says, and it reads, it says, but understanding what the will of the Lord is.
But understanding what the will of the Lord is, man. You know? And when you understand that, better off you'll be. The will of the Lord is to come back and destroy this place, man. For our people to repent and turn back before they get caught up in it. The elect at that, man. Because that's who this is for, man. You know? This message is for our people, man. But yet, as the scripture says in Ezekiel, the brothers hold it, if the Lord was speaking to any other nation, matter of fact, this bring it up.
Ezekiel chapter 2, verse 3. And he said unto me, Son of man, I send thee to the children of Israel.
Yeah, so the Lord sent what? Ezekiel to the children of Israel, man.
To a rebellious nation.
Look, one always fighting back. We are here to give the say-so, okay, of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai to our people, what they need to be doing, what they don't need to be doing. And they're rebelling, they're fighting back. Like the brother Azar said, man, they'll come up with excuses on why they can eat shrimp, why they can eat pork. They'll try to bring a scripture on it, man. You know? Going all the hell off not knowing, man.
To a rebellious nation that have rebelled against me.
Look, that's how we know who the Israelites are, man. Jake is the most rebellious people out here, man. They won't listen to nothing anybody has to say, man. Because Jake is a bunch of know-it-alls, right? Go ahead.
They and their fathers have transgressed against me.
But you all your forefathers coming back. Go ahead.
Even unto this day.
Even unto this
very day.
Yep, that's right. Even unto this very day. Okay, 2020, man. Our people are still rebellion against the Lord. Well, how are we rebellion? How are we fighting against the Lord? Because you're not hearkening to his message that his men are giving out here, man. You know, you're not listening. You know? You want to do your own thing. Can't eat shrimp, my man, but it tastes good. You ever tried it with lemon pepper? You know what I'm saying? You ever tried it with adobo? You know? How Kanye said? Lars. You know what I'm saying? You try it with Lars? You know? That's not what Yahweh Bashim Yahushua told us to do, man. Right?
So Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 17.
Was that 4?
Oh, you want 4 now?
You mean Ezekiel 2 and 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, get 4.
Alright, this is Ezekiel chapter 2, verse 4. For they are imputed children.
Imputed children. Let's talk about the people on the side right here, man. This is the imputed children right here, man. Why you think we went into captivity? Why you think we went into slavery? Why you think we didn't know who we was? Why you think we was calling ourselves black, Latino, when we're the Israelites, man? That imputed children. Matter of fact, somebody get that definition? Come on. Read from the top, verse again.
This is Ezekiel 2 and 4. For they are imputed children and stiff-hearted.
Look, imputed. Bring it up.
This is imputed, not showing due respect for another person.
Not showing due respect for the Lord, man. The Lord gave simple instructions for our people to abide by, and they was rebellious. They didn't hearken to it, man. That's why he has the red Edomite, the so-called white man over us, man. This thing is plain, man. Do what the Lord tells you to do or get judged. That's what happened to us, man.
Insolent, shameless, disrespectful.
That's heavy. Disrespectful, man. We disrespected our power, man, our God. Okay, the Most High.
Insubordinate.
Insubordinate. Yeah. Well, click on it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's right there beside my phone case.
Multiple charges?
Oh, yeah, it's right. That's right. I'm sure I got it. But yeah, man, our people disrespected the Lord, man. We as a nation.
Insubordinate, defiant of authority.
Defiant of authority. That's beautiful right there, man. Our people was defiant of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man. The water, bro. Go ahead.
It's Ezekiel chapter 2, verse 4. For they are impudent children,
Defiant against the Lord, disrespectful,
and stiff-hearted.
and look, stiff-hearted, man. Okay? Hard-headed.
I do send thee unto them, and thou shalt say unto them, thus saith, and they, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear,
Right?
for they are a rebellious house.
Yeah, I'm going to say to them anyway, whether they hear or whether they forbear, man.
Yet shall know that there have been a prophet among them.
Yeah, when they're catching hell. That's not what I want. Yeah, Ezekiel 3 and 4. That's real, right?
Yeah, I went to 5.
No, Ezekiel 3, chapter 3.
Oh, 3 and 4?
Yeah, Ezekiel chapter 3 and 4. Yeah, Ezekiel 3 and 4. But that was still good edification anyway, you know?
It's Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 4.
Yep.
And he said unto me, Son of man, go get thee unto the house of Israel,
Right?
and speak with my words unto them.
And that's the thing that our people don't understand. If they would actually listen to the message, they would know that this is coming from the Heavenly Father. You know what I'm saying? We're reading straight out the Bible. All right? With my words, the Lord says, speak with my words. Going back to Isaiah 8:20.
That's right.
If we speak not according to this word, there's no light in us. The light, they're holding up the L sign. Like there's a bunch of losers.
Huh?
Huh? A gang sign? Like an L sign. But look, they're the ones losing out. You know? But anyways, the scriptures say, Isaiah 20, they speak not according to this word, there's no light in us, man. So we're going to come with the words of the Heavenly Father, not our own thing, man. Because if this be a man, it will come to naught. The scripture says, man. Go ahead.
All right. Verse 5. For thou art not sent to a people of strange speech and of hard language.
Yeah, we're not sent to the Moabites, the Chinese, the Japanese. Okay, we're not sent to the Hamites, the Africans. Okay, go ahead.
But to the house of Israel.
But to the house of Israel, man, which consists of so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Go ahead.
Verse 6. Not too many people of a strange speech and of a hard language,
Right.
whose words thou canst not understand.
Can you understand Cambodian? I know I can. But yeah, you know, can any brother out here speak Japanese, Sudanese, you know? Mandarin, that's right, Mandarin Chinese, you know? Ni hao. You know what I'm saying? Okay, they want to speak that? No. Go ahead.
Surely had I sent thee unto them.
But represent these other nations, man. If the Lord would have sent it to the other nations, then what?
Thou would have hearkened unto thee.
Then they would have hearkened to them. They would have had lawn chairs, like old school used to come out here. They would have had a lawn chair, pen and pad,
Maybe all on the comment board.
All on the comment board.
Link in the video.
Yep. Bringing, teas and in the wintertime and, cold drinks in the summertime, doing what they had to do to reach salvation. Not Jake, not that rebellious house, not that stiff-hearted. Right?
But the house of Israel will not hearken unto thee, for they will not hearken unto me, for all the house of Israel are imputed and hard-headed.
That's right. So the Lord said, look, they're not going to listen to you because they didn't listen to me.
It's like a hard argument.
But what? You still got to go out there. And Ezekiel 3:17 give us one of the reasons why we still have to go out here and tell our people.
That's right.
This is Deuteronomy 32:5. They have corrupted themselves.
Who's that they that have corrupted themselves, man? Let's talk about our people, man. Learning the ways of the heathens, going after their ways of life, going after their gods, their idols, things of that nature. Their lust. Man, serving the Lord is boring, man. Hey, man, what you Chinese doing, man? What y'all got over there? That's Jake, man.
That's right.
See what Moab and Ammon got popping.
It says they have corrupted themselves. Their spot is not the spot of his children. They are a perverse and crooked generation.
Perverse and crooked. Somebody get perverse.
I believe perverse goes back to being a pervert.
Yeah.
They're perverse,
Yep.
A crooked generation. They're not on that straight. They're not straight, they're crooked. He's a crook, That's why the Lord has Esau deem them as criminals.
And like, what did Tony Montana say in Scarface, that crooked cop? He don't fly straight, Frank. He don't fly straight. Hey, that's Jake, man.
You don't fly straight.
You don't fly straight. It's something along those lines, man. Was it?
It's the definition of perverse.
Okay.
Turn away from what is right or good.
Which is a wisdom and knowledge of understanding the scriptures, man. The law, statutes, commandments. Our people have turned away from it, man. Something that was for their betterment, okay? Their way of living, they turned to the side, man. It's like you have a nice lamb dinner, got some veggies, and you turn that down for a freaking cow manure. You got to be bonkers in the head, man, but that's our people.
Yeah, you got to corrupt, improper.
Going back to corrupt, man. Improper, man.
Contrary to the evidence or direction of the judge on a point of law.
Yeah, contrary to the law of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man.
Yep.
It's a different type of code. It's a weird code.
That cold?
Like it's,
Not really cold. I got different layers on.
I got layers on too, but maybe not enough.
Yeah, maybe I got 3 feet.
I just got one.
Yeah, 3 feet. I got long socks.
Yeah, I know, right?
Armors, I got these flannels. These are all flannels. Flannels keep it warm.
Yeah.
This is Deuteronomy 32:5.
Okay.
It says they have corrupted themselves. Their spot is not the spot of his children. They are a perverse and crooked generation.
Yeah, not straight, man. Turn the side of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Yahweh Shem Yahushua is telling people to go right, they want to go left.
Yep.
They're being spoiled by the philosophies and doctrines of their oppressor, man. Which is Esau, Edom, and these other nations.
Sorry. That was it, man.
That was it. So go to Ezekiel 3:17.
Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word in my mouth and give them warning from me.
Yes, the Lord has made us watchmen, man. Lord willing, we endure until the end. You know, it's being watchmen for the Lord. Unto the house of Israel, man. Okay, if you don't know by now, the Israelites are the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, according to the Bible, man.
That's right.
You know, that was beaten out of us when we left what was the name of America before it was America? Astonwood, that's right, water, bro. Astonwood, man. You know, that was beaten out of us when we came over here from Africa, man. You know? The Hebrew Israelite. Okay, that's who the Lord is talking about. Read 17 again, Baba Shah.
Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 17.
Right.
Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel.
Right.
Therefore hear the word at my mouth.
And look, the Lord said unto the house of Israel. That's why when these heathens come up, man, this is not for you, man. You know? Now we can tell you a judgment according to the scriptures, but ultimately this is not for you heathens, man. You know? Go ahead.
And give them warning from me.
Yeah, we're giving that warning now, man. This is the warning. Get Joel 2. Or was Joel 3? Yeah. You know? This is the warning that's going out, man. But yet our people don't want it. They want to hear from their oppressor. Well, the so-called white man didn't tell me I was Israelite. You know? But you do got Edomites out here telling Jacob. You know? You know, you got these scholars, okay, the spirit on to say these things, man.
Yeah.
It's Joel chapter 2, verse 1.
Okay.
Blow ye the trumpet in Zion.
That's right. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, man. Which goes back to your Zion, which means monument. That's right, man. Okay? Go ahead.
And sound the alarm in my holy mountain.
Now hold that again, Isaiah 50:81. And sound the alarm in the Lord's holy mountain. Okay? Let's figure out who that holy mountain is, man. Let's figure out who the Lord's talking about. And who's always he's been talking about, man.
It's Isaiah chapter 58, verse 1. Cry aloud, spare not.
Yep.
Lift up thy voice like a trumpet.
Lift up thy voice like a trumpet, man. You know, we're not coming with that inside voices, man. We're coming with a loud, authoritative voice, man, so people can hear us, man. You know? Like Lord Yahushua spoke, man. You know, he had the voice of living waters, man, running waters, man. Okay? And we're coming that same spirit, man. So we can grab the attention of the elect, man. Okay? We're crying aloud, sparing not. We're not sparing feelings up here, man. We're going to give you the truth raw and uncut, whether you like it or not, man. We don't care if you're a fine damsel, okay? We don't care if you know who was cool with you in the world. We're going to give it to you raw and uncut. And if it hurts your feelings, so be it, man. Hebrews 4:12.
And show my people their transgressions.
Yeah, we didn't show our people, man. The Israelites, their transgressions, man. Their sins, their law breaking. According to the Bible, where they're going off, man. That's why we out here.
And the house of Jacob, their sins.
And the house of Jacob, their sins, man. Who's Jacob? Jacob is Israel, man. His name was changed after he arrested the angel and demanded that blessing, man. You know?
That's new. That's brand new.
We're a strong people. We're fighters, man. How can the Lord's people be those people over in the land of Israel right now, man? A bunch of weak bodies, man. Feeble and weak. Clean lepers, that's right. Come on.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. And it reads, "For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy power."
It's talking about the Israelites. That's it, man. We the holy people. We the separate people, man. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And the whole world's gonna know it soon come, man.
The Lord thy power hath chosen thee.
See, that's the problem that you people don't understand. The Lord chose us, man. Who cares about what your pastor, your church says? Okay, what Esau, Edom says? What your parents say? Because your parents don't know nothing if they're not coming with the scriptures. All right?
And it reads,
we are that holy people, man.
"The Lord thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people."
So the Lord chose to be a special people, man.
Unto himself.
Unto himself, man. Just like you have a special jacket. Now, how about all the other jackets in your closet rise up and say, well, why'd you choose that jacket over me? You know? You gonna look at that jacket like, who the hell are you? I made you, I bought you. You know what I'm saying? Everyone has a favorite something. What's that? Yeah, I know. It's a mental thing. You know? Yeah, exactly.
And it reads, "For above," it says, "unto himself above all people
So why you good?
that are upon the face of the earth."
Look, and look, you gotta run that back again because I was talking over the scriptures, Salaki.
It says, "above all people that are upon the face of the earth."
So we are above all people, even at this lowest state, man. The Lord had created us to be above all people on the face of the earth. And that's a racist statement, but hey, you got a problem with it, take it up with the God of the Bible, man. Take it up with Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man. And ultimately, you're going to lose, man. Yeah, tell the Lord when he comes back that everyone's created equal. That's folly, that's nonsense, man. No one's created equal, man. If we was equal, we all had the same thing, man. The same pay rate, the same houses, the same homes. But yet Jake is living in the hoods, man. In the ghettos, the barrios, the reservations, man. But we was created, on the streets, that's right, man. But we was created to be that holy people above all nations. And we're going to get back to that, man. That's why these other nations are in fear right now, man. That's why they hate us. Because we were the chosen.
This is the it's like it.
Are we rolling?
Yeah, no, I had a definition, but I don't think it's charging because the low battery time just came on.
But is the lightning bolt over the battery?
Pull down notifications.
Just leave it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let's leave it.
It was on 12% earlier. It's on 20 now.
Oh, yeah. Okay, well then, yeah. Okay.
Go ahead and get your definition.
Yeah,
brother.
it's like it.
You need umbrella or we good?
Oh no. With my hood on, I'm good. This is
You have the phone good?
yeah, the phone is dry. It's just the
Okay.
casing.
Long phone, bro.
This is the definition of above. Higher in grade or rank.
Look, higher in rank, man.
Yep.
We are the highest nation, man. Amongst all the heathens, man. We are that top nation, man. We rank above all of you, man.
It's a grade. You got
Yeah.
grade A meat.
Yep.
You know, we that grade A nation.
Quality.
Yeah.
Yep.
Quality,
Yeah.
Right.
It's a better one. I was
The Lord chose quality over quantity.
That's
That's
right.
right.
You know, because at the time we were the least of all nations. You
Yep.
know?
Yeah. Sorry, it was a better one. I didn't even look at it. It's like I lost it.
It's fine, we can't.
Yeah, I lost it.
We'll bring it
Oh,
up.
I got it. Yeah. Considered of higher status.
Consider that's bad right there, man. We are of a higher status than these other nations, man. That's right, aristocrats, man. You know?
You said aristocrats?
And
What does that mean?
That's the rule.
yeah.
The best rule? Okay, cool.
And you know, that's why these other nations are so upset, man. Because they want to be invited to the party, man. But guess what? You can't, man. The Lord's going to deal with Israel. He only showed us his word. Are you know this thing? Psalm 147, 147, 19, 20.
Is it Psalms?
Yeah.
Psalms chapter 147, verse 19. He showed his word unto Jacob.
The word is his book, man. You know?
His statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
His statutes and his judgments unto Israel, man. Okay? Leviticus 26 and 46, man.
And it reads, he has not dealt so with any nation.
He has not dealt so with any nation. Look, that's why we're holy. That's what makes us separate. Okay? The law, statutes, commandments, the words of the Heavenly Father, man. The wisdom, the knowledge, and of course the understanding.
And there is, he has not dealt so with any nation.
He has not dealt so with any nation.
And as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord.
That's why they're so so off, man. That's why they think it's okay for two men to get married. That's why they think it's okay for two women to get married. That's why they think it's okay for Tommy to be Trish, okay, or for Trish to be Tommy, because they lack understanding. The Lord's not dealing with them, man. That's why they think it's okay to eat frog legs, okay, just bite a rat's head off and eat it. That's why. I can go on and on, man. Okay? But the Lord's not dealing with all them, man. He gave us his word, his law, statutes, commandments, man. Which made us holy. Which made us separate. Which made us to stand out. And that's racist right there. The God of the Bible is the ultimate racist, man. When are you people going to realize that?
Psalms 8:5. They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness.
That's right.
All the foundations of the earth are out of course.
That's right. All the foundations of the earth are out of course, man. Everyone's walking in darkness because of this devil, man. But we're here through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Start with our head apostles and elders of Great Millstone to set things straight, man. Who's who? What's what? What's really supposed to be going down? What's really happening, man? What's really popping? What's popping is Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man, and his wisdom. And to get it while the getting is hot, man. That's what's good. You got something?
Saying that the Lord is a racist. The word racist, someone who believes that a particular race is superior to another.
And the Lord just explained that through the scriptures, man. The nation of Israel is superior. Yeah, we at our lowest state, our lowest estate ever. But yeah, look, this is the last time we have to go through this, man. Okay, we're gonna be ruling forever.
Psalms chapter 82, verse 5 says, they know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness.
Yeah, our people walk on in dark. They don't understand what's going on, man. Neither do these heathens, man. They don't understand because what? Look, the Lord didn't give them the understanding these heathens, man. You know? And you can throw 2/3 of our people right on that boat with the heathens, man. He didn't give them the understanding of the scriptures. You know? That's why they think God is all love. That's why they think God loves everybody. Well, that's contrary to the scriptures, man.
And it reads, all the foundations of the earth are out of course.
All the foundations of the earth are out of course, man. And look, look at the earth is bleeding, man. You know, that oil. What do you think it is? It's the earth's blood, man. And hit this devil go pumping it in the ocean. You know, destroying the animals, destroying. And look, he's taking the animals that clean the ocean, that clean the lakes, okay, and taking them out. It's delicacy, man. The earth is out of course, man. Everything has a position. What am I looking for?
Everything, when the Lord created everything, He said everything was good.
Right. It has a reason for it being here, man. A purpose, yeah. But this devil has taken everything all out of whack, man. That's why it tells you in Revelations, destroy them that destroy the earth. Now who's destroying the earth right now? Edom, man.
Yeah, Esau said what? Air? I think air should have chemtrails.
Right.
Water? I think you should put fluoride in water.
Right.
You ask someone, why is there fluoride in water? It's good for the teeth.
That's right.
It's good for the teeth.
That's right. That's what they say.
Yeah, but it's killing you at the same time.
That's right.
You know? Food? You know, we should grow our own food in labs.
Yep.
You know?
Land salmon, what's that? Get a land and rest for what? You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Hey, that's what they say.
That's what they say. That's what you know, they don't, literally say it, but they show it through their actions, man. You know?
That was all I had.
A regular seed, let's transform it. Let's combine seeds. You know what I'm saying? Splice, that's right. You know?
Let's see what happens when you have a Yorkie in the middle and you seed together.
Right. You know?
You get abominations.
Right. Crossbreeding, yeah.
Crossbreeding, yep.
You know?
Oh yeah, that's what a lot of these foods. You know, they said strawberries wasn't invented until like the mid 1900s. You got broccoli, which is a combination of cauliflower and Brussels sprouts, I believe. I know it has cauliflower in it.
And look, you got cotton candy grapes. Where the hell did that come from? Cotton candy grapes. Everybody seen that? Yeah, it's cotton candy grapes. It tastes like cotton candy. You know?
It's crazy.
But, blue strawberry?
Blue strawberries?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Oh, that's crazy, bro. Blue strawberries on it?
That's crazy. But we're warning our people, man. We're sounding the alarm, man.
They're showing that those big bananas ain't even real. The bigger bananas,
Yeah.
they ain't really real. They're like, they GMO.
That's crazy.
Bananas supposed to be small.
Right.
Like how ours are. No, we get them.
Yeah.
And then, there's a ton of stuff, yo. Like,
Yeah.
look
We'll
it
be
up.
here for days.
Yeah, literally. Like, that's why Lord ain't having us sing anything.
That's right.
It's Isaiah 5:20, and it reads, "Woe unto them that call evil good, and good evil."
And that's just Edomite, man. Along with 2/3 of our peoples are the heathens, man. Oh man, cotton candy grapes, that's good, man. You know? Drilling for more oil, yeah, that's good, man. You know?
Fracking.
Huh?
Fracking.
Yeah, fracking, that's what it is. Fracking, you know what I'm saying? More pipelines, yeah, that's good. You know? More weed shops. That's good.
More vape shop.
More vape shops. I know, right? Every time you turn around, a vape shop is going up, man.
I know, that's popular now.
Yeah.
Every time you see a vacant building, they turn into a vape shop. Those things be empty all day.
Yep. Turn to a vape shop. Because what? Esau has to promote wickedness, man. He has to promote wickedness. That's his thing.
That's why you can buy bongs from a gas station. Cigarillos.
Yeah.
Ain't no one, everybody knows what they sell them for.
Yep.
It even says on the pack, good for rolling.
Yep.
You know?
Good for wow.
No, obviously, I'm throwing it out there. But you know, like some of them even say it, like, you know?
Wow.
And what swishers? Ain't no one smoking a swisher.
Yeah,
You know?
right?
Why they even, that's how you know.
Let's make the paper. Sell the paper.
Yeah.
He wasted the tobacco.
The tobacco, yeah.
Huh? Yeah, it's how they kill you.
Uh-huh.
You know? Die slow.
Isaiah 5:20, woe unto them that call evil good.
Yeah, woe unto them, man. Destruction unto them. They call evil good, man. Our people call pork a good thing, man. You know? They say celebrating Travis' birthday is good, man. They say worshiping these false idols and gods is good, man. Buddha, Allah, themselves. You know? Oh, that's good, man. Woe to them, man.
You got it's crazy. You got people that are okay with like you said, these abominable foods. Because our people, when they follow the ways after heathen so bad that when they go to these fancy restaurants, what do they order? They order the crabs. They order the lobsters. Like the brothers going through, that cleans the ocean. You know, it's okay that we're taking out all those foods, and now you're wondering why there's mad diseases in the ocean. You know, Esau thinks it's okay for you just when you flush the toilet, just to throw it into your water supply. You know, oh yeah, man, we got this filtration though, but what do you mean? Like you filtering toilet water that's been through crap? You know, it's great. Brother, hey, we gotta get out of Babylon,
we gotta go, gotta get by here, and this man has to go. You know? You finished?
Yeah, I'm good.
It's funny you said it because I picked up my son, and he's like, yo, Dad, was perfect timing. I said, why you say that? He said, because my mom is, and her husband, they're gonna get crab legs. You know? And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, and you know how she get. They get mad if I don't eat it. I said, well, you're not supposed to eat it. He said, I know. But they get mad because they have to give me something else. You know what I'm saying?
And then they can eat your red lobster, but all you want is chicken nuggets.
Right. They give me some nuggets, man. You know?
This is Isaiah 5:20. Whoa.
But they call that good.
Yeah, they do.
They call that good. We eating good over here.
They get mad at him.
Yeah.
What are you doing, son?
Yeah.
They call him the good evil now.
Yeah. Are you too good to eat some crab? This is expensive. This is high class food over here. You know?
Alright, that's how my parents used to me. I didn't like seafood from over here. They would look at me like I'm crazy. My mom was like, "You're not gonna."
You know what they do? Give me that plate. I should get to do with this.
And it reads, "Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil."
Good evil. You keeping the laws? The laws are done away with, man. Why you being so hard on yourself, man? The Lord knows your heart.
Why you got beard in your face? Why you rocking that homeless look?
Right.
The homeless look. That's what they call it.
Yeah. You gave yourself away. Threw yourself away. You know?
They see you walk. You good, yo?
Yeah.
You got a job?
Yeah.
You need a job, yo?
You know?
When your friends see you in the world.
Yeah.
You know?
Just come to you, just give you some money. What else is for, man? Hey, look, it's okay, man. It's okay. Just take it. Like, what? You know, they think we doing bad out here, man.
It says, "Woe to them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light."
They put darkness for light, man. Calling yourself black, Latino, that's darkness, man. Thinking the Lord is a so-called white man, that's darkness, man.
They push that to the forefront.
They push it to the forefront, man.
Black power?
Yeah, you know?
They be saying that, bro.
Go on, man. And then you got, what? You got natives, you know?
Go ahead.
I'm from this tribe, I'm from that tribe. No, man, you either Gad or Reuben, man. You know, you come from the tribe of Gad or the tribe of Reuben. You know, ain't no such thing as a Native American, man.
That's right.
They hey, look, what's like it, bro?
You good.
You won't call yourselves Native American before so-called white men came over here. You know?
Yeah, you got you have whole college fraternities trying to push black thing, you know?
Yeah.
Like they had that TV show on Netflix, Dear White People.
Yeah.
They show you that they had a whole college fraternity, you know, a whole college club, you know, whatever it is they call themselves, you know, pushing that, equal rights for black people, you know, black power, black people should have a voice.
Right.
You're not black, you know, and this ain't your breast.
That's right. Plus, that also goes to show that what? We're not equal. You know?
Yeah, you have to fight for equality.
You gotta fight for equality, yeah. What the hell? You know? And the Lord created us to be above and all these other heathen nations.
And Jay don't got nothing better, dude. You got Jake literally just been walking the streets all night. Yeah. When we came out here earlier, that dude was walking around. That dude walking around.
When I hollered out on his ones.
Yeah, that was the bug I was on. What are you doing? Like,
really?
Yeah. Why you stop?
He was with somebody else earlier.
Yeah.
See, the other dude went home. He had a place to go.
That Jake right there, when I came out here looking for parking at 3 o'clock, he was still like, you know, he ain't no fucking, he was still out here. It's crazy. Isaiah 5:20, and it reads, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter.
That put bitter for sweet, man. You know? Which is the ways of this world. You know, a man can be a woman, so-called.
America means bitter.
Yeah, it does. And they put this country on a pedestal, man.
Bro, the American dream. You gotta believe, you know, in the American dream. Anytime you got either somebody says, "Oh, I'm not having kids," I be getting on them. I be like, "You're what's wrong with this country."
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
You guys supposed to have those kids, man.
I know, right?
You're supposed to repopulate.
Well, they're gonna repopulate, all right.
You're the reason why the immigrants are taking our jobs.
Right. You know, you made a point. You said America means bitter. You know, American dream. Put them together. A bitter dream. You know, especially for you Israelites. You know, you wasn't made to make it here. You know? But I was in on that, right? So let's go back where we was at, Joel.
It's Joel chapter 2, verse 1.
Right.
Blow ye the trumpet to Zion.
Right, that's what we're doing.
And sound an alarm in my holy mountain.
Now hold that, get Ecclesiastes 3:1 and then jump down. We're sounding an alarm in that holy mountain, man. Of the times that we're living in, what we're supposed to be doing, man. Preparing for, man. Alright?
It's Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1. To everything there is a season.
Yeah, it's a season for everything, man. Well, you got football season. Okay, you got wedding season. Okay? Hey, look, you even got Girl Scout cookie season. You know? You know? There's a season for everything, man. Summer, spring, winter, fall. You know?
Yep.
Rabbit season.
Yeah, duck season, rabbit season.
There's a season where certain fruit are in stock.
That's right.
Watermelon.
That's right.
You know, during the summertime.
They're cheaper, but they're in season.
Yep, pineapples are cheaper during the summertime.
Yep.
But it says, to everything there is a season.
Right.
And a time to every purpose under the heaven.
Go ahead.
Slash, yeah.
That's good. There's a time to everything up under heaven, man. And this is not a time of peace, man. It's a time for the Israelites to get spiritually prepared for what's coming down the pipeline.
Yep, and a time to every purpose under the heaven. Let me jump down or read down. Verse 8.
Yep.
It says, I'm sorry, 7. It says a time to rend and a time to sue.
Right.
A time to keep silence and a time to speak.
Yeah, a time to keep silence and a time to speak. We're in the time of speaking, man. Speaking of what? Salvation's for the children of Israel. For our people to repent and turn back before the Heavenly Father returns, man. Before all hell breaks loose. Before Jacob's trouble comes, man. We're not quiet no more, man. Alright? The Lord has risen up his men, started with our head apostles and elders of great millstone, on down to brothers like us, to what? To warn you what's going on. The times that you're living in, man.
It's like it. Verse 8, a time to love and a time to hate.
See, there's nothing wrong with love. God, the Bible does love, but it's a time for it, man. You can't be 100% on love, okay? And that not be a balance. Then the Lord deals with balance, okay? Like it tells you, what's that? 2 Ezra 6:9. Jacob have I loved, but Esau, but I hated. And he hates.
Romans 9:13.
Romans 9:13. Yeah, that's right. Romans 9:13. I get that mixed up with 2 Ezra 6:9.
Esau, the world.
Yeah, Jacob, get up it. Yeah, the follower. You know. So there has to be a balance there.
Yep. It says a time to love and a time to hate.
Yep. A time to love and a time to hate. You see?
We in a time of hate now.
That's right.
These other nations hating Esau, Edom. You know, before it was all, it was all love. It was all peace and dandy. You
That's
know,
right.
They were going with the flow of America, no matter how much they put their foot up their rectum.
That's right.
You know, but now they fighting back. They hate America. You know.
That's right. And we have a right to be upset, man. We have a right to hate what's happening to our people. You know? We're the ones that's first fired. Okay, class hierarchy. We're the ones that's living in the hood, man. Okay, we're the ones that's being oppressed, okay, more than any other nation out here, man.
Being taxed on your paycheck.
Being taxed on your paycheck, that's right, man. Don't have enough to even do anything, man.
Look for a job with decent benefits, you know?
Right.
Just to try to make it here in Babylon.
That's right. You know?
But and it reads.
Hey, look, we have a right to be upset, man. When you're being fed fake food, man. Okay, poison in the baby food, man. You know? This man is destroying the earth. We have a right to be angry. Would you get mad at Jake for stealing the candy bar? You know what I'm saying? But you out here stealing lands, Esau. You stealing people, man. You know?
I'm sorry. This dude pulled in and made the U-turn. You could have kept straight.
Right. Demons, man.
One person ain't gonna. We all gotta be for one. I mean, in this crazy, there's another lane.
Right.
There's a whole nother lane. But man, it says a time to love.
Yep.
Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 8.
Yep.
A time to love and a time to hate.
Yeah, a time to love and a time to hate. See, these Edomites know through the spirit what's coming from them on the pipeline. They can feel it, man. Now they want to talk about love, love, love. You gotta love your brother, man. You know? This is not the time for hate. You know? Well, look, what was that love being spread when we was being hanged, man? When we was being put through hardcore slavery. When our families being broken up, man. When we was being tested on. Okay? All right? When our women were being raped, molested, our kids, man. What was the love then, man? Now through the spirit, probably how about Shemel Shad? Okay, you Edomites know, and you other nations know you're going into slavery. Now you want peace? Now you want love? Let bygones be bygones? No, man. We have a right to be upset, man.
That's right. And it reads, we have the right to hate our enemies.
That's right.
It says a time to love and a time to hate.
Right.
A time of war and a time of peace.
Yeah, time of war and a time of peace, man. We're in actuality, we're in both right now, man. Okay? America's about to go to war with these other nations. Okay, Iran, Russia, North Korea. Damn, dude. How many enemies have you gotten, bro? You got all these nations at your neck, man. You know? And then you got a spiritual war with the Israelites. Okay? Because the weapons of warfare are not carnal, man. But what? Mighty through this pulling down strongholds, man. And we're pulling down Esau's strongholds, these lies. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. And this is why we're not keeping silent. Because now it's time to speak, man. It tells us, what's that, man? Yep. That's the spirit. That's the spirit.
This is Romans chapter 13, verse 11. And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep.
That's right, knowing the times that you're living in, Jake. This is not the time to be, partying, murphing it up, man. This is not the time to be planning your, what's your 5-year goal? What's your 10-year goal? Well, my goal is every day is to wake up and try to please Yahweh Hashem Yahushua to do the best of my ability and get better at it daily, man. Every day the Lord wakes you up, man. Get better at it, man. Prepare yourself, put on this spiritual armor, which is this wisdom, okay? Because the times are coming are evil, man. Knowing the times you live in, it's not peaceful times, man. What does Scripture say? It shall say peace and safety, the sudden destruction shall come upon them. We're living in that time any day now, man.
Romans 13 and 11. And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep.
Now it's time to wake up out of sleep, man. This devil's about to come down on our people. Okay, you already got some of my people in these detention centers, aka concentration camps. And look, man, you can't even go to the store. Walmart's getting shot up by these Edomites. All right, getting shot up in movie theaters. You can't go nowhere, man. But yet you want to sit up here and be comfortable? Think this is the place to be? This is what's popping? No, man. It's time to wake up, man. Return back to the Lord so we can really go to where it's popping at, man. Which is the kingdom, man.
For now is our salvation nearer than when we believe.
How we know our salvation is nearer than we believe? Why? Because the Lord gave us his name back, man. We didn't have his name for a long time, man. We didn't have his truth for a long time, man. But we got it now, man. You know, through the spirit of power, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. So now is the time. You see prophecy speaking. The R5D chip is the mark of the beast. Okay? Was this devil trying to make mandatory for everybody to get, man? Okay, World War III. Earthquakes, pestilence, disease, all these things, what's going to happen upon the arrival of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man? This is that trumpet that we're blowing to our people, man. Right? Did you finish that, Joel?
Yeah, I got it right here. This is Joel chapter 2, verse 1. Blow ye the trumpet at Zion, sound the alarm in my holy mountain.
Right.
Let the inhabitants of the land tremble.
See, the inhabitants of the land supposed to be trembling, man. Especially our people, man. When the men of the Lord came upon the scene, man, okay, they were shaking in their boots. Because what? 9 times out of 10, what was the men of the Lord prophesying, man? Let's get that in Jeremiah 28.
Yeah, Jeremiah chapter 28, verse 8. And it reads, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries.
Yeah, prophesy against many countries, man. Okay, tell them what's going to befall them before it happens, man. And that's what we're doing right here in America and throughout the 4 corners of the earth, okay, with the words of the Bible, man. What's going to happen to this place, man? Yeah, against it. We're not for it. We're not for what goes on in this society, man. Because it's not what Yahweh Shem Yahushua has prescribed. They don't uphold anything in the scriptures, man. You know?
And it reads, both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war.
Look, a war, man. That's what we're prophesying is going to happen, man. Okay? That's what the prophets are doing. That's what the prophets did in the past. That's what the prophets are doing now, man. Coming back in their lot. Prophesying of war and of evil, man. Evil meaning bad times. For who? Mainly the children of Israel. This is our prison sentence, man. For going off. For being disrespectful. For going against the God of the Bible. Okay? Now we're good. Thank you very much, though.
Appreciate it, man.
All right. Have a good night, man.
Thank you.
You know?
What's having a drink?
Well, we got the drink right here, man. Living waters, man. And who knows? Could have been an angel. Who knows? We entertain angels unaware, man. Facts. You know, but we're prophesying of evil, man. Evil times. Bad times, man. Are coming upon our people. This is that loud trumpet that we're trying to say. Hey, look, listen up, man. Beware. What's going on around you, man? We're not living in good times.
Now, that's fair. I was saying that earlier in the week. Where it was like, I was talking with Kwam. I was like, yeah, like the woman at the well, the woman that actually gave thee shall thirst again.
Yeah.
But this way you shall never thirst.
Yeah. That's
Read
right.
those scriptures say, offer
Yeah.
a prophet or something to drink, you shall receive a
Prophet's reward.
Yeah, so,
Yeah.
but that's just the spirit.
Yeah.
We thought that. We all thought the same thing.
Yeah.
And it reads, it says, Jeremiah 28:8. Prophesy both against many countries and great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence.
And that's why, our people should be shaking in their boots, man. Because the prophets back then was prophesying of war and evil and of pestilence. And we're doing the same thing. But our people are not shaking their boots in this go round. You know? They don't have no fear in the world, man. But guess what? That fear is gonna smack them in the face, man. You know? When Amos 5 and 18 hit, it's gonna shake them up, man. That was on that?
Yep.
Guys, so go back and finish up that Joel.
All right. Starting at the top again.
Yes.
This is Joel 2:1.
Right.
Blow ye the trumpet in Zion,
Right.
and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua cometh,
Yep.
for it shall come nigh at hand.
It's nigh at hand, man. The day of the Lord is nigh at hand. Weirdos, man. Right. What they gonna do in that day? You know? It's because the day of the Lord is nigh at hand, man. That's why we out here blowing the trumpet. Let our people know where they're going off and what you need to do to correct yourself, man. You know, get right with the Heavenly Father, his do's and don'ts, his likes and likes, his don't likes and likes, just like it. Okay? And the what? This place is going down. You don't need to be trying to build, huh? You don't need to be trying to build up here, man. You know? It's just look. Matter of fact, go back to Ezekiel 3:17. Bring it, yep.
So Isaiah chapter 13, verse 9.
Yep.
Behold, the day of the Lord cometh, cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger.
That's right. And I believe he went to that word cruel means bloodthirsty, man. Okay, so the Lord's coming back cruel, bloodthirsty with wrath and fierce anger. Why is the Lord coming back angry, man? And it's like, why would you take these words, for nothing, man? It's like, yo, you hear that, you be like, yo, I believe in the Bible, I go to church every Sunday. I never
saved.
Yeah. That's what they say. I'm already saved, yo. Saved from what, my man? I'm just saved. But you're not saved, man. Jacob's trouble is here, but it hasn't ramped up. Okay? This devil hasn't came down, holding our people yet. What do you say? Are you saved from the ICBM missiles? Or you guys see the chariots already? Oh, okay. Okay. Reserved.
You have some Christians that they know the Lord's coming back angry, but they think that doesn't apply to them.
Yeah.
They don't even think, like you said, they don't have a thought in their mind that it could even apply to them.
Yeah. That and the fact that they don't think it's going to happen in their lifetime. You know? They don't think it's going to happen in their lifetime. They don't think that the Lord's going to come back, while they eating popcorn, okay? Watching a movie. Or they don't think the Lord's going to come back when they're committing adultery, okay? Blowing another man off when they got a man at home they need to be blowing. You know what I'm saying? Cooking some pork chops. Okay?
Yep. Remember a girl asked me, did you say Jesus Christ your Lord and Savior? I forgot. She started going to something else. I kind of cut her off.
Yeah.
But, anyway, and you look at that word cruel, like you said, bloodthirsty, it also goes back to willfully causing pain.
Yeah, the Lord's willfully causing pain, man, and rightfully so, man, to the ones of our people, man. You know? Because the Lord definitely has a problem with this word is for our people. We read in Psalms 147, man. He showed us his word, the statutes and judgments to Israel. You know?
Isaiah 13:9 again. Behold, the day of the Lord cometh, cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger.
Yep, to do what?
To lay the land desolate.
To lay this land desolate, man. What you want, bro? Drop like in Amos 9. Okay, to lay the land, 9 and 8. To lay the land desolate, man. That place that the Lord's going to lay desolate is mainly here in America, man.
That dude dropped his pieces again.
Again?
Imagine you get into the house, bro, the cheese all slid off.
Oh, that's the worst, man.
They gotta remake it.
Yeah, they do.
That's dominant, they got that 100% guarantee. I mean, it's the third time I've been to this house.
Right.
You don't go a different way, my man.
Right.
I ain't going that way no more.
Right. Hey, that's either.
That's a shame. That shame. reads Isaiah 13:9 to lay the land desolate, uninhabitable. Yeah, uninhabitable, desolate, completely destroyed. You need tissues? I got some on my bag. Grab some.
Yeah, whatever you You know, inhabitable, man. You know, you're not gonna be able to grow anything here, man. You're not gonna be able to sustain a life here in America once some ICBM missiles hit, man. You got something, bro?
This is uninhabitable, unsuitable for living in.
There you go. Unsuitable for living, man. You're not gonna be able to build up these tall buildings, okay? Your little lavish and plush condos and things of that nature. There's gonna be nothing here to build it with, man. You know?
I know, right? You can't. That's why you don't see people building. It's not like you see people building in the desert, right?
Right.
I mean, if they do put a house in the desert, they're bringing supplies over.
Exactly.
You know, but the Lord ain't gonna allow those supplies to come over to be built.
That's
you know?
right. I mean, what you gonna make a sandcastle?
There ain't gonna be no trees.
Ain't gonna be nothing. You need water. That's right. Yeah. And then for all that radiation, you know what, man? You're not gonna be able to sustain life here. Where was that at? In what's that place, man? They've done movies on it. When that nuclear power plant had it exploded. And yeah, isn't it Japan? Well, you know, no one lives there, man. You know? I forgot what it's called. But anyways, when the ICBM missiles hit, you're not going to be able to...
Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah, look at Sodom and Gomorrah. That's right. You know? The land will be uninhabitable, man. Just to wrap it up. You're not going to live there.
And it reads in Isaiah 13:9, he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it.
And the Lord's going to destroy the sinners thereof out of it, man. Once again, going back to the Lord hates the sinner. Okay?
That's where it goes in the third shall be left therein.
That's
you
right.
know, because the sinners are going to be destroyed out of it.
Yeah.
You know, that just, you know, and the third is going to be left therein. You know, I mean, where they're going to be saved.
Yep. Scripture said the meek shall inherit the earth.
Yep.
You know?
That was it, Isaiah.
Come on, go ahead.
This is Amos chapter 9, verse 8. Behold, the eyes of Yahweh power are upon the sinful kingdom.
Yeah, what's that sinful kingdom is mainly right here in America, man. Okay? America owes nothing but wickedness, all right? You're living in a country where a man can sleep with a man. And that's contrary to the scriptures, man. A woman can carpet much. Contrary to the scriptures, man. Okay? A woman can be a whore here. A woman could be over the man here. Look, she runs the household. You know? The woman gets the kids. Not the woman, right? You know? Our Lord and Savior was crossed out here.
A woman get any job here, any job they want.
Them is Sodomites.
Yep.
Yeah, Sodomite get a job for a woman will. Sodomite will get a job. There be a lot in them high positions too, man.
Now, if you go Sodomite and a woman,
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Well, that's how it is in Babylon.
Yep.
That's why the Lord is going to destroy this place.
Yep.
Are you a tomboy? Or a tom, you know, whatever, a girl that acts boyish?
And I will destroy it from the face of the earth.
The Lord said He's going to destroy it from off the face of the earth. What can do that, man? What can ultimately destroy, you know, America from off the face of the earth? You got it?
So Isaiah chapter 54, verse 16.
Yep.
Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coal in the fire.
Yeah, the Lord created the smiths, man, that blow up the coal in the fire. All right, those ancient smiths, they're back here today, man. You know, they worked on.
Well, the smith today is Esau.
Yeah, those scientists.
Yep.
You know, those Germans. You know, T-men.
But it says, Isaiah 54:16, behold, I created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and bringeth forth an instrument for his work.
They're bringing forth an instrument for his work, man. That instrument for his work is talking about the ICBM missiles. Okay?
To cleanse this place. You know, to cleanse this place from all the wickedness has, has pushed out.
Fire is a cleansing agent.
Yeah.
Cleaning agent. You know? And that's what's going to cleanse this land.
Yep. And it reads, and I have created the waster to destroy.
Look at the word waster. Oh, you know, waste. This is going to be waste, man. It shows you that in Planet of the Apes, man. The first one, the one in the 60s. It was a desert land, man. You couldn't build nothing there.
We got the movie 100. We got TV show 100. They call it the Forbidden Zone.
They called it that. That's where they got it from. They got it from Planet of the Apes. The Forbidden Zone.
I know that show they go over there eventually, but you're not going to be able to go over there in real life.
Yeah. It's not really the right definition.
It's not?
Nah, you want me to get like something like the Destroyer?
Huh?
You want me to get like something like the Destroyer or something like
Look it
that?
up in the Google.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
You know? Lord said he created the waster, right? What is waste? You know? Waste management. It's trash. It's garbage.
I got it. It's Isaiah chapter 13, verse 19. It says, in Babylon, the glory of kingdoms.
Yeah, America. It's a spiritual Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, man. Everyone wants to come here. You don't see everyone flocking to want to go to Russia or want to go to China, okay, or want to go to the Middle East, go to Africa, Australia, Germany. You got it, bro?
Yep.
Well, wait, hold it.
It says, in Babylon, the glories of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' ecstasies shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah.
So we already know how the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah with fire and brimstone, man. You know? That's how this place called America is going to be as well, according to the Bible.
It reads, it shall never be inhabited.
There you go. It will never be inhabited, man. The waste that comes to destroy this place, after it's done, this place will never be inhabited, man. Never. No more, Raleigh, North Carolinas. No more, Texas. Okay? No more Minnesota. No more, Miami. Okay? No more of that, man. New York, forget about it.
It says, verse 20, it shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation.
Yeah, so pretty much no one's going to dwell here, man. It's going to be uninhabitable from generation to generation.
Oh.
Yep. Go ahead, Shamar.
Yep, it's the blue letter for waster. It reads, to destroy, corrupt, go to ruin.
Go to ruin. The waste is going to ruin this land, man. What needs to be ruined, man? All the blood of the Israelites that's been splattered across this place, man. Father. Father. You let the old heads in the Father.
Nobody can breathe.
Right.
Don't sit on the bed.
Yeah.
One day that big gonna collapse.
The mic, you don't know.
Oh shit, that's nice. But
Yeah, I know, right?
And you went, oh crap, shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, I know, right? It's the item.
Yeah.
And look, that's why they taking pictures with it. You know what I'm saying? JP hopping on it too, man.
Yep.
But anyways,
Put the kid up.
huh?
Let me lift you up.
Yeah, putting the kid up
It's so
there.
big. Like, what's so big about it? You know? It's crazy. But
Which one?
To spoil,
To spoil,
to destroy.
to destroy, to the point, man.
Yep.
Okay? the Lord's going to come back simultaneously when ICBM missiles are going on, man. Beaming this place down.
Yeah.
The Lord said, what shall he be if it's already fire, man? You know? He's going to bring more fire.
Mm-hmm.
And more fire and more fire. Make sure this place is desolate, man.
This is Isaiah 63:1. Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Bozrah?
Yeah, with dyed garments from Bozrah, man. All that blood, but you know the Lord's not going to be stained, you know. But it's symbolic to the Master's death and destruction that the Lord's bringing, man.
Yep, it says, and Bozrah represents America.
Yep.
It says, who is this that coming from Edom with dyed garments from Bozrah?
Right.
Why is garments dyed? They're dyed with the blood.
Yeah, that's right.
It says, this that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. Talking about the Lord coming back with the chariots.
That's right.
I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that tread in the wine vat? You know?
So when you tread in the wine vat, what? What is that?
Making wine, you're sipping on the grapes.
Yeah, but you know, it's like all the blood. The grapes represent like, you know, blood. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord's gonna be trampling. That's how much death he's gonna be doing, man. You know? It's like he's been trampling the wine press, man. You know?
Yep. It's gonna be symbolic for how much killing the Lord's gonna be doing. You know, when you're stepping on the grapes, making the wine.
Yep.
You know, you're gonna make a mess. You know.
Even though he's not gonna be touched with any of it, though. But you know. Like
Yeah, but that's how much blood gonna be going.
It's symbolic. Yeah.
Yeah, of course the Lord's not gonna have any blood on him. But it says, wherefore thou art red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine vat. I have trodden the wine press alone, and the people there was none with me, for I would tread them in my anger, and trample them in my fury.
Going back to Isaiah 13 and 9. Lord's coming back angry.
Isaiah 66 and 15.
Oh yeah, let's get that. What you want? We'll come back to that.
Let me finish this off.
Yeah.
It says, and it reads, and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain on my raiment. You know, the Yahweh Shema Shabbat, the Lord Yahweh shall be coming back. He's going to be putting a lot of Edomites to death. You know? And it reads, for the day of vengeance is in my heart.
For the day of what?
For the day of vengeance is in my heart.
The day of vengeance is in the Lord's heart, man.
And the year of my Redeemer has come.
There you go. The Lord's coming back angry with a lot of death, man. Destruction.
Yep. It's focused towards you Edomites, you know, the wicked.
The scope.
Yeah, it's scoped. He got his hand on the trigger.
Yep.
You know?
He's like, you know, like focusing it, you know.
He's not gonna miss his mark.
Beautiful. Isaiah 66 and 15.
So Isaiah chapter 66, verse 15. For behold, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind.
Yeah, so the Lord's coming back with fire. Okay? Fire from the ICBM missiles and that concentrated fire from the chariots, man. Beaming down all types of manner of wickedness, man.
To render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire.
To render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. Because no one wants to take the rebuke down just by the words, Lord. You know? So therefore the Lord's going to bring fire which will rebuke you sharply and correctly. You know? You're going to have to feel the pain.
For For by fire and by his sword with the...
Quick reset.
Go ahead.
This is the Proverbs chapter 13, verse 13. And it reads, whoso despiseth the word shall be destroyed.
There you go. Whosoever despises the word, that word despise means to hate. So therefore, whosoever despises the words of the Lord, of the Bible, the Lord's going to destroy it. That's simple. That's plain. That's black and white.
Yeah, you're going to be destroyed by...
I see this.
By
Yep.
sword.
Yep.
And it reads, whoso Proverbs 4, chapter 13, verse 13. Whoso despises the word shall be destroyed.
Yep.
But he that feareth the commandment shall be rewarded.
But he that feareth the commandment shall be rewarded, man. That lets you know right there that the commandment's not done away with.
Yep, that's right.
The scriptures say wisdom is a principal thing, and with all that getting, get understanding. We just got some understanding right there. The law's not done away with. You know? That was it, right?
This is Isaiah chapter 66, verse 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind.
Yeah, so the Lord's coming with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind, man. To do mass death and destruction, man. Get the Apocrypha, 2nd Ezra 8 and 3.
Yep.
And then get the one in 7 and 20.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yep. This is
Go ahead, Shemar. How was you?
okay. I mean, I got it.
Oh, you got it already?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 8, verse 3. Are you want me to read 7 and 20 first?
Whichever one, no matter.
I'll read 8 3 first.
Okay.
2nd Ezra chapter 8, verse 3, and it reads, there be many created, but few shall be saved.
Yeah, there's many people created on the face of the earth, but there's only going to be few saved, man. We good? Mm-hmm. You know, that's the elect. The Lord's dealing with a remnant, man. The ones that's going to repent for all their wickedness and turn back to Him. They're going to hearken. They're going to listen to the men of the Lord. Talk what I had apostles, but that was a great millstone, man. You know, those are the ones that's going to be saved. And Lord willing, we make it on that first go around ourselves, man. One of the reasons why we out here, you know, if not the main reason why we out here. So there's going to be many that what?
2nd Ezra 8 and 3.
Right.
There be many created, but few shall be saved.
But few shall be saved. Now, that lets you know right there that the God of the Bible don't love everybody. Because if he did, why would he destroy it? You see? People got to ask themselves these questions, man. You know? God loves everybody. Well, if he did, why did he say that it was many created? How'd it go again? Slakia?
You got it. 2nd Ezra 8 and 3.
Yeah.
There be many created, but few shall be saved.
Many created, but few shall be saved.
No, it's when you're done, I got a definition.
Go ahead.
It's a lot of them, but there's one of them. The word definition for few, the minority of people, the elect.
Yeah, see, the elect.
It's crazy.
The minority of the people, man. And we are the minority of the people in this world, man.
Even in Israel.
Even in Israel, the Lord's only dealing with 144,000, man. You know? And the multitude, they're the men, the other men, women, and children, the helpers, the believers. You know, that's still a small remnant.
Friends of the prophets.
Friends of the prophets, yeah. That's still a small remnant compared to Israel as a whole, man. You know? That was it?
Yeah, that's the point.
Yeah, okay. The minority.
The minority.
The elect.
The elect.
Yep. 2nd Ezra 7 and 20. For there be many that perish in this life.
Yep.
Because they despise the law of the Most High.
There'll be many that perish in this life. I've never heard that scripture. You're hearing it now. Because they despise the law of the Most High. Going back to it, it's not done away. It's not done away. The Lord is not the author of confusion, man. And it tells you in Malachi, the 3rd chapter, the Lord said what? He changes not. Go ahead.
It says, there be many created. It says, there be many that perish in this life.
There be many that perish in this life. Yeah.
Because they despise the law of the Most High.
Because they hate the laws that was given to them by Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. Our people just going to love cracklings to the day they die. They're going to love chitlins to the day they die. They're going to love shrimp to the day they die.
Bro, I was inside Whole Foods, so I was talking to the brother on the phone.
Yeah.
Bro, they have cracklings in Whole Foods.
What?
They say 30% less fat. I'm like, how you going to get 30% less fat? What's that going to change?
It's not going to change nothing, man. It's still a vulnerable to our people. That's funny. Right.
Chapter 7, verse 20. There be many it's like you keep saying that. I read it so many times. It says, there be many that perish in this life because they despise the law of the Most High that is set before them.
That is set before them, man. Esau's going to pay for that. You know what I'm saying? Esau's going to pay for that, man.
Want me to read it again?
Yeah.
This is 2nd Ezra 7 and 20. It reads, For there be many that perish in this life, because they despise the law of the Most High.
Many of our people that perish, but they despise the law that was set before them, man. You know? Give Luke 4 and 1. Okay. We'll come back to you, Shemar.
This is
Take your time, bro. You know? Yeah. Ask the pastor in your church about this, man. Pull out a scripture on the laws not being done away with. Pull the scripture out. Pull the scripture.
This is Baruch 4:1.
For the Israelites, we're supposed to always keep it, man. Always. Till the day we die. That's the scripture we're going to go into, man.
Baruch 4:1. This is the book of the commandments of the Most High.
This is the book, the Holy Bible, the King James Version, the 1611. This is the book that it's talking about, man. Right?
And it reads, in the law that endure forever.
For a short period of time.
In the law that endure forever.
The law that endure forever, man. The law of the Heavenly Fathers, man. And ain't talking about the law of Esau. Esau changed his laws, what? Every year, right? You know, it seems to be. This dude has changed his laws up so much, you can't even keep up with what's a law, what's not a law, man. But going back to Malachi 3 and 6, the Lord said what? He changes not.
Definition forever, for all future time.
For all future times, man.
For always.
For always.
Continually.
Continually, always, and forever.
Yep. That was it. Lasting or permanent.
Lasting or permanent. You know? Just, you know, another example, man. My mom, you know, when she found out about the truth, I told her about it. I ended up taking her shopping and food shopping, and she was looking at a pepperoni pizza. I'll never forget, it was a DiGiorno pepperoni pizza.
Oh,
and she was like, yeah, I ain't had pepperoni pizza in a long time. And I said, you know that's pork in it. She said, I know, but I ain't had it in a long time. I mean, I'm pretty sure, you know, I can you know, I'll be okay eating it. The pizza box just fell down, man. Inside the glass case, no one touched it. No one did anything, stomp hard or nothing. It just fell down. And she was like, oh. I was like, yeah. I said, that's a sign, that's the Lord right there. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I felt down so I could grab it.
Right. That's a wicked ass J right there. There's wicked, then there's a wicked ass J, you know? Like, damn. Man, more accessible.
That was easy. I'm short anyway. I couldn't get up there.
Right. You know? But the laws endure forever, not just for because you ain't had this in a long time or had that in a long time. You know? Forever. As long as you live it.
There's two more. It says non-stop and 24/7.
Non-stop, 24/7, man.
There's 20. You know, they always say 24 hours in a day, 7 days a week.
Yeah.
All day, every day.
Yeah. I was hoping that Jake would know that, but you never know. Some Jakes may not know that.
Yeah.
That's why it came up.
Yeah. But Baruch 4:1. This is the book of the commandments of the Most High.
Of who you ignorantly call God, the Most High Yahweh.
And the law that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life.
All they that keep the law shall come to life, because the law promotes life, man.
But such as leave it shall die.
The congregation of the dead. They that wander out the way of understanding should remain the congregation of the dead, man. You're gonna eventually perish, man, as it tells you in Ecclesiastes 8 and 11. You know, Ecclesiastes 8 and 11.
You got a definition. Got a definition.
Right.
Well, you kind of went over it, but forever.
Yeah.
For all future time.
Yeah, the brother brought it out all future time, man.
Oh, you already did?
Yeah, that's what you just read.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's why it sounds so familiar.
Yeah, yeah,
It's all good. It's all good. Lord wanted to come out again.
Yeah.
But this is Sirach 5 and 4. Say not I have sinned, and what harm happened unto me?
Oh, man, I just ate some was it crawfish or crayfish? I heard it pronounced.
Crawfish.
Yeah. You know, I just ate some chitlins at Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? I've been eating it every year. Nothing's happened to me. Look, I got a 6-pack and you don't. My man.
See my body?
Yeah, you see my body? Yeah, you know Jake pose like. You know what I'm saying? You know?
It says, say not I have sinned, and what harm happened unto me?
I sinned, but ain't nothing happened to me though. I'm still here, I'm still breathing, I'm still kicking, I'm still alive.
For the Lord's long suffering,
Yep.
He will no wise let thee go.
Yeah, the Lord is long suffering this thing, man. And He's not gonna let you go, man. You know? So eventually, you're gonna pay for your wickedness, man. And this is the last go around of things. You know? We're no longer going to captivity again. So the Lord's gonna judge our people real good, man. Huh? Okay. The Lord's gonna judge our people real good with those ICBM missiles, man. You know? That's how the Lord said He's gonna plead with all flesh, right? You know?
I'm surprised
You
you
still
didn't
holding
skip.
it? Drop it.
That was it, man.
I want to read it.
Oh, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
You good?
This is Sirach 5 and 4. Say, oh, the bookmark, that's why I put that.
Oh.
It says, say not I have sinned, and what harm happened unto me?
What? Man, I've been celebrating Christmas all my life, man. Tree ain't never burnt down. I've always gotten everything I wanted. You know? Why should I stop? You saying I'm sinning? I can't be, man. It's not sin.
Now you ask yourself, what happened on me? You know, I
Yeah.
got a good job still.
Yeah.
You know, I went to the doctor, I got a good bill of health.
Yeah.
You know, see the next man, woman, I just got a checkup, bro. I don't got no STDs.
Right.
I don't got nothing.
You know?
You know, I wear that protection. You know, I'm good.
Yeah, I protected myself, man.
But it says, saying not I have sinned, and what harm happened unto me?
And what harm has happened to me? All right, nothing's happened to me. I've done all these things you said I wasn't supposed to do according to your Bible. You know how Jake speak. You know? Nothing's happened to me. So why should I listen to you? That's what Jake said.
Yep. For the Lord, and it reads, for the Lord is long suffering.
The Lord's long suffering. You know? Oh, I've been eating pork my whole life and nothing happened. Then he'll judge you when you turn 40 or something. You know? You got gout. Now you gotta walk like this. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta go get you gotta get a hip replacement.
Gotta get a hip replacement. You know?
You know what Jake, Jake.
Oh. Yeah. Go ahead, bro. Let you finish.
Yeah, Jake told me you gotta get hip surgery. My back, my hip.
Yeah.
You know? And he was telling me, because they always want to get burgers. I was like, bro, like, you know, me, I get the fries.
Yeah.
You know? I'm good on some fries.
Yeah.
But, you know, we get it for free. Like, yo, give me some burgers. I'm like,
Yeah.
he was like, nah, bro, actually, them burgers kind of mess me up. You know, they don't make me feel good.
Yeah.
Not supposed to eat all that red meat, that's
red
why.
meat, that's right.
Eating red meat at damn 10 o'clock at night. What
Yeah.
you doing, Jake?
Not good for you, man. You know?
Well, you know, me, it's lawful. You know?
Where's the balance?
Yeah, it's a balance.
Jake can just eat burgers all damn day. You know?
You got Jake eat 4, 5, 6, 7 burgers.
Yeah.
Just because it's free.
Yeah.
That's gluttony, you know?
Yep.
Now you want to can't go to the bathroom.
Yep.
You know, but I always eat this many burgers.
Yeah.
Hey, the Lord's long suffering.
That's right.
You know?
You know, and then you wondering why you get throat cancer. You know what I'm saying? Colon cancer. That's right, man. Ooh, that's major among that's major among Jake. Colon cancer. You know?
That's where everything goes out at.
Exactly.
That's why the bird should be doing colon cleanses. You know?
And that stuff, man, that stuff works. That stuff works, man.
All jokes aside, eat a whole pineapple. Core and all. The next morning, you be cleaned out.
What's the core and all?
Yeah. Just cut it. You probably should know how to cut pineapple. Just Google it or YouTube it. You know, eat a whole pineapple.
Yeah.
On an empty stomach or whenever, you know, that thing make you use the restroom for sure.
Hey.
Clean you out. And the colon, I believe it's, I want to say it's also known as the small intestine. Brothers can look that up. There's another word for colon for the intestines, if I'm not sure. You know? But, you look up the digestion tract, they're gonna tell you colon.
Yeah.
But, Sirach 5 and 4, and it reads, the Lord's long suffering, he will in no wise let thee go.
Yeah, he's going to no wise let thee go, man. So he's going to get you, man. He's going to get you eventually, because we're all in the clutches of Yahweh by Shai, as it tells you in Deuteronomy 32nd chapter, 32 and 39.
Just on what the brother says, the large intestine is another name for the colon.
Oh, the large intestine, bro.
Hey, edification. All right, so that was in on that?
Yep.
Yeah, Shamar, let's go ahead and close out on that Isaiah 66. Did you have something? I think you did something.
Yeah.
You got something?
Yeah. This is James.
Oh, yeah.
This is James 1 and 21.
Yeah.
Wherefore lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness.
Lay apart all filthiness, man. Part of that filthiness is your diet. The things that you're eating, man. You know, you gotta lay it apart, man. Get, you know. Now, we're not telling you to stay away from red meat, but you gotta deal with the balance, man. You know? They said what? Superfluity or what? Naughtiness?
Come say there's a time and season for everything, you
That's
know?
right.
Really, brothers should be going on cleanses, you know? Now, don't be overrighteous. You might say, I'm going to go vegan for 30 days, but eating pasta, I mean, that's good enough. You know, I ain't about to go buy no vegan pasta.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just eat what you got. You know, that's stuff expensive, yo.
Sure is.
You know? But sometimes you got to pay for the extra meat, you know? I'll pay extra buck for the meat, but not for the pasta. Come on,
Right.
yo. You about to do all that?
Go ahead, bro.
$4 or $5.
And receive with
I know, right?
and receive with meekness the engrafted word,
Yeah.
which is able to save your souls.
Receive receive with meekness, be humble. It's engrafted word, man. Because it's able to save your soul. We didn't know nothing before we got this truth, man. We thought we did. But we didn't. And it's true. will humble you down. So when you receive it humbly, man. You know? Because the Lord could have gave His truth to anybody, man. Could have gave it to one of our friends, and we would have been the bug outs. You know what I'm saying? Could have gave one of our cousins, and we would have been the bug outs, man. You know? So receive this word with meekness because it's able to save your soul. Be humble. Because the Lord's not done with everybody.
And when it says, and lay aside all filthiness and the superfluity of naughtiness, and excess of it, you know? You know, that's what Babylon promotes. You're not supposed to be doing wickedness, so, you know, just put it aside, you know? Babylon promotes that excess of wickedness, you know? We are going to sin, but not willingly, you know? When we do sin, willingly repent, you know? Be sincere.
That's right.
We close on that, we close on that. That's what we're going to do. Read verse 22.
Yeah, we close on 22.
This is James chapter 1 verse 22. Be ye doers of the word, not hearers only.
Yeah, so when you hear this word, man, you got to be a doer of it, man. Not just a hearer only, man. The Lord likes you to deal with action, man. Okay? Look, it tells you in Judges, the 5th chapter, that what? We're rehearsing the righteous acts. So you got to try to do what the Lord has put in this book for us to do, man. Perform it. Not just, okay, I hear it, but you got to perform it, man.
Deceiving your own selves.
Because if you don't, you're deceiving your own self, man. You ain't deceiving your how by Shemi Abishai, man. They see what's going on. They got the angels at the four corners of the earth watching everything, man. Go ahead. That was it? Yeah, man. You know, so with that, you know, Lord willing, you know, this is edifying. You know, it's been another beautiful weekend out here prophesied the downfall of this wicked and sinful kingdom called America, which is spiritually Rome, Egypt, Babylon, Sodom, and Gomorrah. Shawat. Before we go any further, let's give all praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father's only begotten Son,
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, and Kakadash.
Double honor to our apostles and elders, great millstone, for teaching us His truth according to the Bible and we well. And now shalom to all the sisters that I can for the full point of the earth, pushing the truth with diligence and sincerity. All right, Lord's will next week.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Bible ball.
Bible ball.